Good Monday morning, everybody. John and Lance, along with Abigail, here this morning on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. For you Twitchers, Dell is not here, okay? So that's a great thing for you, okay? And it's a great thing to have Abigail here. It's just great to see Abigail in the morning.
Now, you're only talking about 80 people.
Yeah, well.
That's all that's on Twitch.
I know right now, but
no,
it'll grow.
That's all that goes on Twitch. You're talking about we have way more on our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
On X.
Well, by the Twitchers, I mean most everybody. Except, are the YouTube channel people and the Twitter people, are they nicer?
Yeah.
They are?
They don't chat as much.
They don't chat nearly as much? Right. I've had stuffed up nose all morning here, and so I'm going to have to try to get through this. Abigail said, are you sick?
Are you able to, is the change in weather now bothering you?
I don't know.
Going from perfect weather to feels like 140?
We went to a place last night that was just freezing cold to watch the Astros game.
Huh.
And we were there all night, and maybe that's why.
Get ready. We're supposed to have rain now, finally.
We're going to get rain?
We're in a huge drought. Yeah, I think we're getting rain next few days. We got, I think, better than 50% chance of it. It was actually it wasn't that humid last night
because I got golf up planned.
Well, I hope your golf gets rained out. No, we can't.
Can we hold that off for a minute?
Those of us who have yards here, we need it. It is terrible.
We don't need that much rain. We don't need cart path only. We need golf.
A lot of rain.
That's
I hope your golf gets rained out for a week.
No, we don't need rained out for a week on
we
golf.
Do.
Okay.
We do.
Well, then what are we going to do?
Today the high is 87.
Wow.
Or is this on feels like?
What about Duplo?
No. This can't be right, is it? Yeah, it is. I noticed last night the dew point was much lower. And I'm like, hey, this isn't actually bad. So rain is only 36 today. Then tomorrow it's 45, then 47, then 58, then 58, then 60. Oh, yeah, I guess and then 58. So I guess the rain is going to last all week potentially, or we'll have chances of rain all week. That's great.
Well, we don't need that right now. And not on Wednesday anyway, because I've got golf planned on Wednesday. So let's keep it. Let's keep that away. But for the most part, the Astros dominated this weekend. They had 3 bad innings where they gave up the 5 spot in the 8th with Abreu. They gave up the 3-run double, which was kind of dumb. To Jackson Holiday, and then the 3-run homer yesterday. But other than that, the other 31 innings, they gave up 2 runs the whole time, the other 31 innings.
Well, but they still split.
They split, and they should have swept. They should have swept.
Shoulda, woulda, nothing.
No, shoulda, woulda, nothing. They should have swept.
Your boy Abreu was terrible.
Abreu came back after not pitching for a long, and you know what? This is what happens with Abreu. When you take a look at Abreu and you see long layoffs for him, this is a problem for Abreu. Having a long layoff is a problem for Abreu, and this was a bit of a layoff. And when he came in, boom, 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 boom. Now, he got hit hard. There's no question. Abreu did not look good. There's no question about that. But, and then it was like, well, he doesn't know when to take him out, and he hit a grand slam. You know what? It was a good pitch. That was 98 up around the chest, outside, and Santander just took it. That was fun. You know what? Oh, well. You lost that game. Pulling Fromber on Saturday was a boneheaded move. Okay, you'd rather have Taylor Scott facing Jackson Holiday than Fromber facing Fromber, who was rolling. It was a 12 hopper to first. It wasn't like Fromber was getting lit up.
No.
If Singleton just charges the ball.
What is he sitting there for? Move towards the ball.
I mean, just terrible. And he pulls Fromber, and boom, 3-run triple. He knows Jackson Holiday is sitting in the dugout waiting to pinch hit, and he brings Taylor. Taylor Scott has pitched more innings than he's ever pitched combined. He's pitched more innings.
Yeah, that's true, but I thought we were on board with Taylor Scott.
But he's starting to fade a little bit because
all the innings. Who do you go to then?
Nobody. Leave Fromber in there.
No, but I mean, if you're worried about Taylor Scott in any situation, then what are you doing with your bullpen moving forward?
Well,
because Taylor Scott's not going to pitch fewer innings now. Everything's going to be more innings.
No, you're absolutely gonna count on Taylor Scott. There's no question. I don't want to bring him in that situation against the lefty with the bases loaded, though, and especially since Fromber was looking good. I know it was 104 pitches. God forbid you throw more than 104 pitches in a game anymore.
I would have a ground ball pitcher like Fromber. I would have left him in.
Yes,
let him get out of it. He hasn't been in jams before. Come on.
Well, somebody said, well, that you saw that crazy Fromber look. He was about to implode. No, he wasn't. He had gotten out of the ump missing a strike earlier in the game, and he got out of Gamble missing the ball because of the sun. He got out of both of those, and he was just fine. And he would have bared down and gotten out of that one. That was a bad decision by him, taking with Jackson Holiday sitting on the bench. Okay, that was just a bad decision by Joe Espada, who hasn't made a lot of bad decisions. Listen, they split. I think they should have won 3 out of 4 or swept them.
Well,
that's how well they played.
They should have won 3 out of 4, but they don't. And then they get in trouble late in some games. And yesterday, frankly, I mean, they may have. I thought 3-0. We're rolling. This is it. They're not going to catch the Astros now, and then, boom, just like that, it's 3-3. And Kikuchi was not dominant yesterday. He did not have a strikeout stuff yesterday, which has been unusual because since he's been an Astro, you can see the strikeout stuff has been good. He didn't have it yesterday. They did a much better job of laying off some pitches. Meaning the Orioles.
They don't strike out, that team. And
no, they don't.
And the Astros had been striking them out in this series. Hunter Brown had 6.
Yeah, which is not a lot for Hunter, but it's a lot for the Orioles.
6 innings, six strikeouts, pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But we've been going over the innings per strikeout per innings. We've been well over that.
Yeah, but this is a non-strikeout team, so that was really, really good.
It's a good team.
Yeah, that's a really good team. So, the Kikuchi, struggled a little bit or gave up the 3-run homer. That was, what? I think we're expecting a little much out of dude, when he gives up a 3 spot against a really, really good team, and it's critical of him. He pitched okay, pitched good. I mean, they pitched great in this series. They just pitched great, and they're going to continue to do that tonight. Blanco against Wheeler, Verlander against Nola, Arrighetti against Sanchez. And this Arrighetti thing, man, he's looking really good. A 6-man rotation now. All of these guys should feel really good. I mean, they should, while they're getting Blanco and Arrighetti and Brown, all of them are getting into innings that they've never pitched before. A 6-man rotation right now is going to do them wonders. It's a godsend. Listen, there was a good start. I thought they hit well. How about Bregman coming up with the home run, and then holy crap, did Yiner crush that ball after him?
Yeah.
Holy crap, he destroyed that ball. And then big ups to Dubon for the catch. Wow. He did not care.
I mean, I have not seen a catch like that by an Astro. I don't know. I feel like George Springer did that one time. If you missed it, he ran 130 feet on a dead sprint, caught it near the foul. I mean, he caught it. It would have been a bait. I mean, it would have fallen for a hit. Obviously, he caught it inside fair territory and had no chance of slowing himself because he was literally going full speed. He did not slow down at all and smashed into the side wall there in left field, which, luckily is a padded wall. But, I mean, he ran into that thing running fast. And,
he was full speed.
I thought we may have lost Dubon forever.
Yeah, I thought he died too, but he was fine. He was walking around. He might have. I think he just made it. Maybe knocked himself out. He was down, and he held onto the ball and was rolling around, writhing in pain. But he got up and he was walking it off. They brought in Jake Myers to pinch hit for him after that, and Jake got the sacrifice fly. So that was nice. Jake actually contributed something offensively, which he has not been doing of late. But here's the call on the Dubon fly ball.
The numbers that have been retired in Cincinnati from 1, 5, 10, 11.
In the air left field off the bat of Arias. That one well struck towards the corner. Oh! How about Dubon racing forever and then crashes hard into the wall? What a play, Maurice.
That was quite the play by Mauricio Dubon, or Maurice. You can call him Maurice too. What a play by Maurice, and he is hopefully going to be okay.
Some people call him Maurice.
Some people call him Maurice.
Some people call him Maurice.
And some people call him the Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Well, when he was with the Space Cowboys.
He is known as the gangster of love.
The gangster of love, yeah. Right, exactly. Since some people call him Maurice.
Should have swept. Singleton should have been released after that play, and Chaz should be DFA'd. So, Childish Altuve's aggressive this morning in the first segment, where DFAing and releasing. I mean, Chaz is
in a bad place. Chaz is in a real bad place.
I mean, I don't even know what you do right now. We've got minor league lineups half the time. Half the lineup is major league, half of it's minor league. And Chaz is in the lineup yesterday, which was, I'm like, okay, let's see what we got here. DeCenzo, Gamble. We've got Chaz. Oh, I don't love this. Why does this look like a getaway game lineup? And I realized, hey,
that's
what
our
we've
lineup.
looked up. Yeah, I mean, this looked like this last 6 games.
Yeah, that's our lineup. I don't know what you mean. I'm not sure. And you know what? It's come through. It's
Hey, but what
actually
about
been okay.
Alex Bregman playing third?
Yeah, he got back to third base, which was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, he's okay throwing the baseball, I guess. You know, hey, listen,
There was
DeCenzo
talk about
and
him
Whit-
playing first moving forward. So the arm must have really been a trick arm that just got back in shape.
something happened, whatever. But DeCenzo and Whitcomb have been contributing.
They did.
some.
They did a nice job.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at yesterday, DeCenzo has done a nice job.
Yeah.
Did you see the Astros in the bullpen going Italian on DeCenzo and the yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
You
Well,
see-
Tommy, what's your boy from DeVito?
Yeah.
He brought that to the
You did.
he brought that to the public.
Hey, DeCenzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Every time he does something, people send me this, the hand going
Well,
back and
that's
forth.
Dan does.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, no, listen, it was a good weekend. They look good. The team looks great. Going into Philadelphia now and going to take care of that. But Philadelphia's been crushing the baseball. But have they seen the likes of Blanco? No.
Yeah.
Have they seen the likes of Arrighetti? No. So, and Verlander, and we know what Verlander is, Hall of Famer. So good luck with your home runs, Philadelphia. Just keep the ball away from Harper and Schwarber, and we'll be just fine. Well, you know what? We'll be just fine.
I mean, Schwarber is going to hit about 200 and then hit rockets.
Yeah.
Stone cold piss missiles into the 5th row at 120 miles an hour. So he's one or the other. You just have to make sure it's not the former, and rather it's the latter.
All right, we will talk about the Texans and their game from the other night, and we will break down who we think makes it, who doesn't, because they're still not out yet. But by tomorrow, we're going to see all the cuts for your Houston Texans. So we'll break down what we thought we saw the other afternoon against the Rams. So we'll do that on the other side right here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. And still ahead, don't forget, you got what did you learn this weekend in one sentence? What did you learn this weekend in one sentence? And you can bring that to the table. Abigail is ready for you. She's ready for you and your craziness. I am ready to tell you about Hogue, Hogue Landscape Services. Hogue Landscape Services. It's way more than that, though. I'm telling you, I think that here's what I think they are. They're exterior designers is what they are. You see, you got interior designers, right? And how luxurious it can be. Well, how about exterior designers where they can put in that pickleball court or basketball court or putting green? Okay, you're a golfer and you want a putting green in the backyard. You want the swimming pool. Do you want a fire pit? Do you want a pergola? I didn't even know what a pergola was before this started. How about a cabana? I know what that is, okay? Anything to make it more decorative, more livable, more fun. All of those things. Outdoor kitchen, outdoor televisions. And you can have you can put I hate man cave. You can put your own AV center out there. Well, look. If you're looking to make your backyard something special, this is what they do. The exterior decorators at Hogue Landscape Services. I mean, it is a buddy of mine did a putting green. He did all the way along the side and the backyard. It's fabulous. It's fantastic. Well, listen, the place to go to get it done, HogueLS.com, HogueLS.com, HogueLS.com. Tell them you heard it right here.
You're listening to Houston's longest-running sports radio morning show. From the Veritex Community Bank Studios, here's John and Lance.
All right. So what we saw out of the rookies this preseason, not too shabby. Kalen Bullock is going to be on the field this year.
Yeah.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Kalen Bullock is going to make a contribution this year. Kamari Lassiter is going to make the biggest contribution for the rookies.
I think the Jimmy Ward extension probably came in part because they saw where Kalen Bullock was and said, okay, he's not ready to take over, but he's getting close. Let's keep Jimmy here. Let's sign him next year as a safety let's extend him a year as an option that gives us a little bit more time at the position. I thought Kalen Bullock might be a better cornerback, but Texans don't look at him that way. And I talked to a couple teams that thought maybe he would be best as a cornerback. And I'm not 100% sure that maybe he doesn't get a look in that direction at some point, but he is going to play this year. I mean, he's fast. He's instinctive from a coverage standpoint. Tackling can be a little suspect, which concerns me a little bit. But he is going to play. He is going to get time out there at safety. And remember, last year, the Texans at one point had 3 safeties out for the year. DeAndre Houston Carson came off the practice squad and was starting in a playoff game.
Yeah.
So, that's and I mean, we're talking about all the safeties were hurt. So
Lonnie Johnson got banged up the other day.
You think he's gone? Mechie for sure is making it. Mechie has had a nice comeback.
So Hutchinson gone?
I don't know. They like him.
Steven Sims gone?
Steven Sims, I think, will be gone. I don't know what they do with Skowronek.
I don't know that he made the team.
Is
I'm not sure he made the team.
He's a free agent they brought over. I think they're going to really like what he does, though. He can play special teams. He can catch. He can block. I think there's a spot for him. But
some reason he was pissed off at Tim Boyle about a pass that looked like it hit him right in the hands. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. He was going over the sidelines, but he was PO'd about.
I was switching between that game, and then I watched a lot of the Georgia Tech Florida State game.
That was good. That was really good.
By the way, Cam Akers looked terrific the other day.
Yes.
Holy crap! I didn't know if we'd see
Cam Akers has won the backup job.
Yes,
and will be on the field
for sure, and I think is going to be more dangerous at times than Joe Mixon, but. Because the Achilles does not look like it's bothering him.
No.
And this is what I thought Cam Akers looked like coming out of college. He's in a perfect offense now. It was not a great situation. And the idea about it's got to be blocked up. You saw there were some times where he found yards for himself because he's an elusive back. It's Joe Makers, Cam Nixon, and then Cam Akers, and then it's going to be really Joe, I mixed up their names. Joe Mixon, Cam Akers.
Okay.
And then, I completely flipped their names.
You really did.
And then it's going to be, and it was seamless too. Like I didn't even have a hard time doing that. And then I would say Agumbawale should be next based on what he provides. Because once you get into third string running backs, you're looking at special teams also.
Yeah.
And
Dameon Pierce plays
third down.
Pierce plays specials teams too.
He does too. Let's keep an eye on Pierce to see if he gets dealt before the cuts. I think that's something to keep your eye on because I think there's other running backs that can get the job done. One thing that I thought was interesting was, did you see British Brooks playing a little bit of fullback or offset back?
Well, they had to.
Backs.
They were forced to. I mean, they didn't have any fullbacks left.
They played.
Everybody was hurt.
What happened to Hairston?
Hairston was Did
he get hurt during the game?
He got banged up during the game. Yeah, and it was like, oh my goodness.
But this is when Hairston was still healthy.
Well, and Skowronek could play there too.
Yeah, this is when Hairston was. I think they just wanted to look at a 2-back look because this is when Hairston. I think this is before he made. I'm trying to remember if it was before or after this touchdown catch. But I watched Georgia Tech and Florida State. Holy moly, Georgia Tech looked good.
Yeah,
man.
Haynes King, my man.
Haynes King, he was okay.
He was.
As long as he didn't have to throw beyond
better
5
than
yards.
Ukulele.
DJU. We're just calling him DJU. The broadcast all calls him DJU. It's the easy, it's the easy way out. But it was not the greatest quarterbacking day, but they asked Brent Key, the head coach, like, what did you think about your team? And he goes, run the ball.
Run the ball.
Run the ball. And that's what they did. They ran the ball. They blocked. They were an impressive team. And remember when we had John Chill on, And you talked about this week, a 5-star will start joining us.
Yeah, he liked Florida State. I'm like, no, DJ
John Chill.
Yeah.
Well, it went. Remember, the line went down.
Yeah.
The Smarts were on. That's a dead set. Like, as soon as you see, which is the first game of the year, and money's coming in that heavy on Georgia Tech instead of Florida State, that's smart money.
Yeah.
There's no question.
What did it move? 4 points.
The question is, does it go too far? But I saw it at 10.5. I'm like, there's still a key number sitting there. The Smarts probably know something. The play is going to be Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech not only was the play, but they won straight up.
Yeah.
And they looked good. But Florida State has 3 new starters, all portal guys on their defensive line. One from Miami, one from Alabama, and I can't remember where the other guy's from. But that's a team that's going to be better as the season goes, except for the fact that their quarterback stinks. And you know what? He had some good games as a freshman at Clemson, and now he's just living off of that. They eventually portaled out of there. He went to Oregon State, portaled out of there.
No.
As soon as you get a guy who portals 3 times, for what? Why are you getting that? Why are you even using
He's not
this
a good. He's bad. DJ is not a good
He can't
quarterback.
throw beyond 5 yards.
There was a tweet. Man, you want to talk about a guy who's built for the position? He's got all of the attributes. He's got everything, except the fact that they invented the forward pass in 1904, and since then he's really can't. DJ Ukulele really can't play. Listen, anytime I see a DJU game, I'm on the other side. Anytime I see a DJU game, no, he's had a couple of games, and especially last year at Oregon State, he had a couple of games.
Florida State losing, but now with 12 teams, it's like, who cares? We can still make the playoffs. It's no big deal.
They're not making the playoffs with DJU. They're not. That's silly.
Well,
he's
think
bad.
That. No, I wonder who they have behind him.
Yeah, well, they better have somebody behind him ready, because they're not winning anything with DJU, period. No. And did you see the game day? How Kirk Herbstreit caught it from Florida State fans?
Well, I saw. You mean that one sign?
No, the whole time they wouldn't. Anytime he opened his mouth, they booed him.
Oh, because last year, he thought that was the right move for them not to get in the playoffs.
They think it was because of Kirk Herbstreit they didn't make the playoff.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, they
sign?
had one sign that said, "Kirk, does your wife know that you bleeped all of us?"
But okay, I thought that was
the whole time they couldn't even hear him talk.
Oh, so that was her just saying in a metaphorical sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it might have
been for the playoffs.
Damn, was Kirk catting around with the Florida State girls?
No, it was about not getting in the playoffs.
I
For whatever reason, they think Kirk, and even Nick Saban said, "Listen, I didn't have anything to do with you not getting in. Neither did Kirk, just so you all know. Kirk didn't have anything to do with it." Sure he didn't. He bleeped all them Florida State co-eds, apparently. That's what it said on the sign. That's all I know. That's what the sign said. And that was it. So, college football is underway. The other games, do you know that, like, Montana State was like a 14-point favorite over New Mexico? An FCS team was like a 14-point favorite, and it took a great comeback for Montana State to win that game. They had to come back, and New Mexico was up, and Montana State came back with like 4 straight scores or whatever.
What was the final score of SMU? And
SMU just eked it out.
Yeah, they were a 27-point favorite.
Yeah, guess what?
And they were behind for a chunk of that game.
I don't know that they're ready for the ACC. We'll see.
We got true week 1. I got to get with Josh Payton. 9 o'clock is going to be Wednesday with Josh Payton. It's going to be 9 o'clock, so we're going to officially kick off our college football coverage with the great Josh Pate. We'll do that. 5 stars back to give you his plays for college and pro football. My dad got in an argument with me about, he's like, there's no way football doesn't start this weekend, pro football. I'm like, Dad, it doesn't start until after Labor Day. I know it's our fantasy auction is day after Labor Day, and I'm like, no, it's not. He goes, well, they can't have 2 weeks off. It's got to be the next week. I said, I'm telling you, they have an extra week.
Right.
They have an extra week off now. It didn't used to be that way, but that's the way it's been. He goes, well, this must be just this year. I'm like, no, I think it was last year too. But they've got an extra week now of football. I'm like, listen, I don't know. I'm just telling you, pro football doesn't start this Sunday.
Goes all the way until the middle of February now.
Next Thursday is when it
goes all the way to the middle of February now.
Yeah.
It used to be they went right from the final
Preseason.
preseason game right to the season.
I don't mind them taking a break off, because any kind of nagging injuries, and frankly, the way players are now with contracts, you almost need the extra time just to try to get guys back into camp. Like Jamar Chase practiced yesterday for the first time.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase hadn't practiced at all. CeeDee Lamb hasn't practiced. We'll see if CeeDee Lamb starts the season as an actual player or not.
Well,
So now you need that extra time just to try to get camp holdouts in and see if you can get them, playing football.
I'm
again.
just hoping that Trey Lance at some point gets some time for the Cowboys because he looked good. With 5 interceptions the other day.
Yeah, he did have a really good run though.
Okay.
You see his touchdown run?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
Trey
see the
Lance
5 interceptions?
Okay, so if your thought was, hey, we're going to take a look at Trey Lance, maybe we don't sign Dak Prescott now. If that was the thought, then maybe you're going to have to go to plan B, which is either sign Dak Prescott or be willing to get away from him and go in a different direction. I did think about this, trading Dak Prescott. If you think Dak Prescott's not the guy to lead you someplace, and you got to pay Micah Parsons soon and CeeDee Lamb, how can you pay Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and because don't forget that Tyler Smith, the guard, he's in year 2 this year, but he'll be coming up before you know it. And I think the Cowboys are really thinking we don't want to have to pay. We got to pay Micah. We don't want to have to pay a quarterback this crazy quarterback salary. If that's the case, why don't you move a quarterback and get at least 2 first-round picks, but more than 2 picks? You're going to get more in the package, and just say, look, we'll take our shot in the draft next year.
But you see, Dak Prescott, you see him in the playoffs, and he always messes up in the playoffs. And so, do you think that Trey Lance is going to start a lot?
No.
during the season?
And I'm not saying Trey Lance.
Okay.
I'm saying you basically have to hit reset in the draft and go draft a quarterback.
I
wouldn't do it now.
I'm hoping they'd start Trey Lance. I would love to see them.
franchise
I think I
him
would,
next year
Yep.
and maybe deal that. Oh, no, if you start Trey Lance, well, it would be Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
He's still back. He's still
Trey
backed up, right?
Lance is the guy.
I think I would like to see him more during this season.
We need to
Texans
see
fans, yes.
more
For sure.
and more
More
and
of Trey
more
Lance.
Trey Lance. There's not enough Trey Lance for you Cowboys. There's just not enough Trey Lance. Please put him in there. Please.
Because you do have CeeDee Lamb and you have Micah Parsons, who are good. And
Trey
they're
Lance.
getting frustrated with Dak Prescott because he's even throwing overhead or,
He's not. Dak is good. Dak Prescott's good. But what you're about to pay him or what he wants would mean he's the best quarterback in the league. And that's not even close to being. And at some point, a team's got to say, nah, we can't do this anymore.
he's good in the season,
Right.
I would
Yeah,
say.
he's good.
That's it.
But,
That's it.
yeah.
That's Abigail, and you can give us a call here to talk. Well, you got to go through Abigail to get to us. 713-780-3776.
So we got Astros. We've got Texans coming up. We're going to have I'll give you my – we come back, I'll give you my predictions for the year. We had to turn them in. We have to turn them in today. I already set mine in for predictions, award.
Rookies.
No,
MVP.
all that stuff.
Rookie of the year.
All of them. I'll give you my – I represented the city of Houston well.
You represented the city of Houston.
Because last year I didn't have
Well,
C.J.
I hope
Stroud.
you got C.J. Stroud as
I didn't have
MVP.
C.J. winning Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. I did have Will Anderson winning.
You did.
Yeah, I did have Will Anderson winning.
Did you have C.J. as the MVP this year?
We'll talk about it when we come back.
When we come back, but first underdog.
Well, don't forget, there's also Offensive Player of the Year, too. Oh, you never know. Underdog Fantasy. Hey, what are you waiting for? Pro football's right around the corner, but they have college football now as well. And we've got a chance to play the Pick'em Challenge. Pick'em is one of the best things going on Underdog Fantasy because as you're watching the game, you're playing along with them. Do you know that it makes watching these games much more fun? There may be a game that you had no interest in, and now all of a sudden you're flipping back and forth because you said higher for rushing touchdowns for the running back, or you said lower for the wide receiver's total yardage receiving. You play higher or lower with players. You look at the stats, you take a look, and you say, I think that's going to go higher than that number. I think it's going to go lower than the number they have posted. And you have to pick between 2 players and 5 players. You can have 1, but you can have as little as 2 or as many as 5. and it can pay as much as 325. They now have payouts that range as high, and no one's touching these numbers, as high as 325 times your original play when you're using their scorchers, which are harder to win, which are a little bit harder to achieve statistics. But if you're studying the game and you know the game and you say, no, this is absolutely possible, he's going to have a huge game, then, man, fire away. And you pick correctly, you got a chance to win real money. It's totally legal here in the state of Texas, and it's never been easier to download the app and use promo code Lance. You're going to use promo code Lance. We're going to give you basically a gimme pick for your Pick'em challenge, and you're going to have a deposit incentive as well. So make sure you're using promo code Lance on your first sign up. Do it today. Let's get started today, fellas. And you must be 18 or older and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms and conditions apply. If you feel like you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org.
You are listening to Houston's longest-running sports radio morning show. From the Veritex Community Bank Studios, here's John and Lance.
All right, we're about 10 minutes away from what did you learn this weekend in one sentence, so get it ready. What did you learn this weekend in one sentence? 713-780-3776. Not right now, but in 10 minutes. We're going to play that. I learned that Aaron Judge can hit a baseball. That's what I learned. Holy crap, 50 and 51. 50 and 51 yesterday. 62 is going to be nothing for him. We got over a month left of the season. He's at 51 already.
I know.
I mean,
Yankees lineup's starting to get a little hot. They've been getting a little hot. Yankees may be hitting
I ain't worried about it.
hitting any gas at the right time. This could be an interesting year for them. Instead of just collapsing, Juan Soto's starting to pay he's starting to imagine that Juan Soto, a lineup with Juan Soto and Judge starting to hit some home runs. Shocking.
Yeah.
Ohtani, Judge. We're playing in an era with an Ohtani, Judge, and Yiner Diaz all playing at the same time. We're getting to watch the Ohtanis, the Judges. I mean, the Ohtanis, the Judges, the Yiners. This is an incredible time to be part of baseball.
Yeah.
Nobody's better than a Yiner Diaz.
Nobody's better than Yiner Diaz.
He's going to have his second straight 20 home run year.
How about we're doing
He's
this
up to
without Jordan and without Tucker?
Think about this. Yiner's now up to 16. It's been happening pretty quickly. He's got a chance to get to 20 again. back-to-back 20 home run seasons
Out of a
in
catcher?
his first 2 seasons out of a catcher, and he's sitting over 300 right now. I don't know if we really truly, and obviously since I think it's June 21st, his OPS is in the 900s. Like, we may have something really special in Yainer Diaz.
Yeah.
We may have something really special in him. He got off to a slow start from a power standpoint, but he has really picked it up. He's going to lead the team in RBIs this year, more than likely. We're talking about Yainer Diaz is going to lead the team in RBIs. Now, Tucker, basically has missed the season.
Yeah.
Jordan but Jordan's still here. He's got more home runs. It just shows you in clutch situations, and we've seen the numbers. Men in scoring position, Yainer hits great. So we're really lucky to have Yainer Diaz. I don't know if he'll be a full-time catcher. I'd prefer he not. I prefer that he's the first baseman of the future for us. And I think it's safe to say he will be the first baseman of the future for the Astros. They just drafted a catcher in the first round. So I'm really couldn't be more excited. He was 1 for 5 yesterday, but another home run for Yainer Diaz.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan's going to be back tonight, so that's a good thing. We lead the league. We got set a major league record in neck injuries this year. Sleeping wrong, we lead the league. Somehow, some way, they need to get a MyPillow. I've gotten a lot of those. We need a MyPillow.
I don't like MyPillows. I like. I've tried those. I couldn't.
No, I think they're terrible.
I found a good one with. They're not comfortable.
No.
I don't know what's in that stuff.
No.
The one from
but it's just
the sleep number pillows are good.
Why do we have 3 neck injuries this year? How do we have?
I don't know how it happens.
And substantial time with Verlander.
Would you rather have Would you rather have though neck injuries, or would you rather have somebody go get a massage and get their back broken?
Well,
and ribs cracked.
Ribs cracked is a bad thing, but I don't know who was out longer, Carlos with the rib crack or Verlander with the neck.
How do you
the bad? I slept on a bed.
I feel like we got in trouble for even talking about it with Carlos Correa with the rib cracking. We can now though. Like, how do you get hurt with the massage? That like, did he have kind of a like a bigger girl stepping on his back trying to and then
it was explained to me. She was. Yeah, she just was really, really aggressive. Really aggressive.
How was it explained to you?
It was explained to me that it really happened. Everybody was like, whatever. Daniela beat him with a bat or something.
I never thought that.
No, but it really happened that she somehow, some way, she was way too aggressive with the massage that she was given, and she actually cracked a rib. And I think she was a bit bigger girl. Yeah, I mean. Abigail, you've never broken anybody's ribs, right, with a back massage?
No, but I also don't massage people.
You don't? Like, Dell likes when you rub his back. You know that, right?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like being touched at all.
Oh, do you have experience, John?
No, he's told me. He's told me that. Yes, Abigail. He's told me that.
Dell doesn't like being. He doesn't like the human touch.
Well, he likes when listeners
come
up
like
behind and give him a back rub.
All.
He loves when listeners come up behind and give him a back rub.
Somebody just said, I don't like pillows that don't support failed insurrections. The MyPillow guy's a lunatic.
He is a lunatic.
I've tried his pillows before, but wasn't a big fan.
I have a question here since, okay, we're going to go to what did you learn this weekend in one sentence. You have an 8-hour flight. Where are you sitting? Next to, 5D has Sydney Sweeney in the middle and Urban Meyer by the window.
Ooh, this is interesting.
4E is in the middle of Jim Harbaugh and Ryan Day.
Okay. But that's Ohio State, Michigan. They don't like each other.
2D.
Wait, I'm in the middle?
No, you're in the middle between those two.
I'm out. It doesn't matter.
2D has
you said an 8-hour
on the
flight?
end with Sark in the middle and Kirby Smart on the window.
Ooh, that's interesting.
In between Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban.
Oh, no thanks.
In between with a 12-pack of Coors Light, what's his name? Pat McAfee and Mike Gundy. In between those two with a 12. Now, that seat has a 12-pack of Coors Light.
Yeah, but I don't know if I could handle Pat McAfee for 8 hours. Gundy wouldn't talk to me, so that's fine.
On the aisle with Dion in the middle and Dan Lanning at the window. in the middle between Dabo Swinney and Jesus. Okay. And then Frank, who cares about that
I
one?
don't want middle
And
seats.
who cares
but-
about the Notre Dame coaches? No one
yeah,
cares.
I probably would sit Dabo and Jesus,
I want to sit next to Jesus. That's one.
or Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney
Of
would
course,
be
you're
two.
saying Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's either Jesus or Sydney Sweeney.
right.
And then,
At
Dabo's
first,
fine.
I said, it's on the top. Sydney. I said, well, that's where you're sitting next to Sydney Sweeney. And then I saw Jesus was on the flight.
But Sydney's in the middle and you're on the aisle, so you don't like if you want to talk to Urban, you can, but you're talking across Sydney.
Yeah, well, that you wouldn't mind that either.
Talking across her, she may be like, "What if Sydney puts her headphones in?" Like I sat and I was able to entertain a professional golfer, Michelle. No, what's her name?
No. Who was it that you were?
She's got a brother who plays.
She
the
played. Her
PGA
brother
Tour.
plays. Yeah. I forget. Anyway,
It's not Michelle something.
no, it wasn't Michelle. So now you got me because you said that.
What's her name?
Don't worry about it. If you sat next to her, it bothered a professional golfer, and she
Brother,
couldn't wait
sister,
till
duo, golf.
couldn't wait till you were.
No,
They're Australian too.
yeah, they're yeah. Minji Lee.
Minji Lee.
So Abigail, this girl Minji Lee, I saw her. She had said something about getting out of. She was headed to L.A. or something, and I let her borrow my jack to charge her thing. I didn't think it was any big deal, but she was really thankful. And then I said, "Oh, you're headed to L.A." I don't know. Somehow we started talking. It was probably her. She started it, and I just said, "Oh, yeah, I play professional golf." And I'm leaving here. I said, "Oh, you're at the Open here in Houston." She said, "Yeah, but obviously I'm leaving right now, so it didn't go well. I didn't make the cut." And so then we started talking, and I'd say I brightened up her day. I think I really made her trip
Did you?
better. At one
With the
point,
charger?
I could tell she wanted to get back to her book at one point, but not before I asked questions like, "What was it like when you won your first major? Do you remember the feeling?" Because she wanted to be asked these questions.
No,
like,
she didn't.
She wanted someone to listen.
She didn't.
I think she just wanted to sit alone.
She wanted you to go away. She wished
No.
that
Well,
she
it's too
sat
bad we were sitting in the seat
in
next
the-
to each other.
Okay. Yeah, and
I'm not
I
going
think-
anywhere.
I think-
Ask Bobby Slowick. I'm not going anywhere.
What would Sydney Sweeney say?
I know. I think Sydney. Like, what would
She
I talk
might
to,
even actually cover herself up.
What would I talk
Okay.
to?
Mm,
No.
one
Which
can
never
hope.
has never happened.
We'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on Sydney Sweeney covering up.
Covering up.
Have you seen her latest pictures?
No, I have
They
not.
come, I don't follow Sydney Sweeney, but I'll get a
Oh,
tell
yeah.
Alex Bregman not to look at Sydney Sweeney. His arm just healed on her stories. And so I'm like, well, now I got to go see her stories.
Or would you rather sit with Pat McAfee with his guns out?
Yeah.
Well,
and did you see how?
And drunk.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
He was wasted.
He was wasted on air. Although I don't think it's on TV. I think it was on his podcast.
Oh, okay.
You can't get drunk like that on TV. I don't even know if it's legal, even in Ireland.
No. I mean,
Did you see him throw up and then reintroduce himself to his guest?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was trash.
He was wasted.
He was.
He was
trashed
talking to
on
him for
Guinness.
10 minutes, and he goes,
See, I can't.
I'm
I
Pat
can't.
McAfee.
I don't think I can sit next to Pat McAfee for 8 hours.
No, I couldn't
That's
either.
a lot.
Even with a
Gundy will
12-pack?
just be quiet on it. Yeah, I just maybe you. That's not me.
That's my third choice. Jesus was one.
See, Day and Jim Harbaugh is interesting to me, but then I got to sit in the middle seat, so it's kind of.
Well, what about in between Saban and Lane Kiffin? That would be
who
good.
would talk to me? Like, I think I could talk to
They would
Saban
talk
for a
to
little
each other
bit.
through you.
No, they wouldn't talk to each other. They hate each other.
Well, but they would.
That's the whole thing. You're getting rivals.
How about the barbs going
Have you
back
noticed
and
the
forth?
rivals?
Yeah. No, that's exactly
No,
what it is.
Nick Saban's not going to talk at all.
All right,
man.
7:45. When we come back, what did you learn this weekend in one sentence? 713-780-3776. What did you learn this weekend in one sentence? Let's go. Right now, though, Doc Linville, that's what we learned. We learned about our hair. We learned that it is awesome to have Doc Linville on your side. Listen, if you're young, you're in your 20s and you're starting to see your hair, this is the time. 30s, 40s, guys, this is the time. Don't wait where all that hair is falling off and every day you're looking and it's a 4.5 head. Now it's a 5 head, 5.5 head. No, now is the time to act. Do it while you're young. First of all, the PRP is awesome. Okay, that might be the way that you go, where you stimulate the growth. Doc can do that. Or if you're going to get the neografting, then you're going to, and I'm telling you, Doc will tell you which way to go, what's best for you, what is going to work for you. If you get the neo-grafting, you take 6-7 months for it to fill in, and you're feeling better. And if you got to do it again, you got to do it again, because there's a chance that, they fill it all in. Some of it takes, some of it doesn't take, and that's fine. You go back and do it again, and now all of a sudden you've got hair for the rest of your life. If you're looking for the best way to go about this thing, 975hair.com. Doc's the best. You'll love it. 975hair.com. Welcome back here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. John, can you turn that off? Okay, that'd be great. John and Lance, along with Abigail this week. Dell is on vacation. And you at 713-780-3776. We got a full board. As soon as somebody gets off, you get in. It's what did you learn this weekend in one sentence? Abigail, you're going to start it. What did you learn this weekend in one sentence?
So I learned that I cannot drink 3 energy drinks in a day.
3 energy. Abigail, did you sleep last night?
One sentence.
It wasn't yesterday.
Oh, it wasn't yesterday. You learned it this weekend.
Yes.
You're a little wired up.
You can't sleep after that, Abigail.
I know. Big mistake.
Big mistake. What did you learn this weekend?
I learned I can drink 5 OGD shots in a night.
What you did?
Yeah.
You learned that?
It didn't affect me that much for some reason.
No?
I don't know what it is. A straight old granddad doesn't have the same impact on me as like certain types of
I learned every time I go and see Ryan LaShane at his restaurant, I feel like crap the next morning.
Yeah, but you started earlier than that.
Yeah, I did.
To be fair.
To be fair to Ryan.
I learned Wendy has advice on how to get your kids into the fold. She's like, sometimes you just have to play hard to get. And I said, what do you mean by that? She goes,
no, that's more than one sentence. You got one sentence.
He always does 2 sentences.
He doesn't understand.
I'm not good. Abigail was good with the game.
She was good with the game.
Yeah, I'm not that great at this
All right,
game.
here we go. Tongue Dark Chris is first up. Tongue Dark, what's up?
I learned this weekend at church during worship, if we're singing This Is Our God, I shouldn't end with, Go Colts, nay!
Go Colts.
God.
All right. Brandon, what did you learn this weekend in one sentence?
I was listening to the podcast.
I learned that Lance has a hat commitment ceremony coming up that I cannot wait to see.
Yeah. So, oh no, wait. You guys try to put me on terrorism. Like I had to be a hat commit to Hezbollah or Hamas or ISIS.
Right. Yeah.
That's not happening. I don't even remember how that topic even came up.
We were talking about the Taliban is recruiting.
Yeah, and I said no. It was probably what did you learn or something?
Right.
What would you do? And then somebody goes, Lance should have a hat ceremony.
Well, that was Sean Mapes actually brought that to the
Mapes
table.
Goes,
Lance, you should do the hats like the seniors in high school.
Right,
which hat are you going to wear? Jacob, what did you learn this weekend in one sentence?
I learned that Russell Wilson is going to make the haters look dumb.
Okay. Russell Wilson's going to make the haters look dumb.
We'll find out.
We'll see.
Russell's going to start. He's going to start.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, it's going to be Justin Fields.
It's going to be Justin Fields. I don't think I think the haters are probably right, Jacob.
Yeah.
Woods, what'd you learn this weekend in one sentence?
What's up, fellas? I learned when you lose 100 pair of Instagram hands, you can throw your shoulder out trying to put your own hot tool on that thing.
Oh,
whoa.
no.
Not a hawk Tua.
No, we're not hawk Tua. No, we're not hawk Tuaing things.
Yes, see, the hawk Tua thing, I just think.
It's been used a little too liberally by people. They've used it a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard it a lot on stuff. Do you know Snacks said something? And I said, what did you just say? He mentioned something. He goes, no, I'm just saying it's a meme. I said, you're not going to you're not saying that stuff. Don't say that in front of your dad. I even said, why would you say it in front of your dad, you dumbass? He goes, no, it's just a meme. I don't even know what it means. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Sure you don't. Sure you don't.
Buddy.
All right, Abigail's hold on. Here we go.
She's catching up.
Yeah, she's catching up. She's doing great. You're doing great.
You're doing great. Tom on a mobile is next. Hey, Tom on a mobile.
Hey guys, how are we doing? I learned that when you're riding on a plane and you airdrop a picture of your junk to everybody, you probably shouldn't have your name on your phone.
Oh, Tom on a mobile.
Tom on a mobile.
You got to do that off your burner phone, Tom on a mobile.
Come on, Tom on a mobile.
You can't have your name on that, Tom. Hey, guys. All right, serious question.
Yeah.
Abigail, no one's ever... I've heard about this. Like, my wife doesn't have anything turned on, but I've heard this is an issue in subways. Not that we have subways here. Have you ever had anyone try to airdrop you? Of course, if you're airdropping, you don't know who the person is. You're just airdropping random names or numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone
in public?
Ever try
have you ever been airdropped anything?
So I was it's a funny story. I was at the gym 6 months ago, and somebody airdropped me a photo of themselves, and that's how that was their way of asking me out.
But it was
Did you go out with them?
When
No.
You say themselves, their face?
Yeah, just their face.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know who it was though, so it was just random.
And what was he in the gym at the
He
time?
was in the gym at the time.
Then did you go up to him and go, you're creepy, leave me alone?
No, you just see like a group of guys just laughing behind me. I'm like,
oh man, it must be great being
funny.
a girl.
Yeah, it's good to be a girl with guys around. The real Tom is here. The real Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, guys.
Morning, gentlemen. I learned when you're at a pool party and you're not sure which woman to talk to, find the one with the word happiness tattooed on her cheek.
On her cheek. On her cheek.
I'm probably not looking for if I were single, I'm not looking for
happiness
face tattoo.
No, it wasn't that cheek.
Well, actually, I guess you could see.
Yeah.
Depending on the
depending on how big the suit was.
Depending on the suit.
Yeah. Happiness. I don't mind.
That's not bad. That's not bad advice.
No.
That's not bad advice.
Look for the girl that has happiness on her booty.
You don't want pain on the knuckles? PAIN?
No, I don't want that.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
David, what did you learn this weekend in one sentence?
I learned that Trey Lance tried to take his own life, but somebody intercepted the bullet.
That's terrible.
Are we taking old? So we're just taking old jokes and just putting Trey Lance in there?
Mm-hmm. Who was the Buffalo quarterback that threw 5 picks? The backup came in.
Nathan.
Yeah, Trey Peterman.
Oh my God,
Trey Peterman.
Trey Peterman is never going to. I would let him do IT work. I would not let a Trey Peterman quarterback my team.
No. Chris, what'd you learn this weekend in one sentence?
Damn that caller before me. I learned somebody's Trey Lance draft profile wasn't exactly right.
No,
Whoa.
that'd be mine.
Yours?
I thought Trey Lance was going to be really good.
Well, he doesn't play any football. How can you be really good if you never play football?
Well, he stopped playing football once he got to the NFL.
Well, he stopped playing, but he didn't play football before that.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Nothing he could do about that.
Yeah. When was the last time he played a season? 2019?
High school? No, 2018. No, 2019.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a long time ago now that not play football.
See, our draft profiles are all screwed up, so they won't, they like cover them up. Let me see if I can.
Well, this is it. La raza. La raza. ¿Qué pasó, mi hijo? ¿Qué aprendiste este fin de semana en una frase?
El Johnny Wood Lashnizo.
Se acabó el cuentico.
Hey, gentlemen, para tres. Gentlemen, actually, I want to give a special shout out to Sam and Abigail, great hosts at the Rock the Mic, being team players as always. But what I learned over the weekend was everybody gets so sensitive that I didn't knock Neville, but they always go for the fat jokes because, you know, I got great hair.
I can contest. He has great hair.
He does have great hair.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
That was Sam talking about the
fat. She
the,
tell him to
no, the
eat
salad.
a salad. Eat a salad and let's
she
go
wasn't
take a walk.
talking to him. She was saying, "What
No,
about
but if my guy,
about boyfriend or
fat,
husband
yeah.
or whatever?" Yeah.
Yeah, I think John brought it up. But I don't know. Everybody last week thought that it was me, so everybody kept accusing me about it.
No.
They did?
Yeah.
No, that was Sam.
At the Rock the Mic. I know.
Yeah.
They kept coming up to me, and I was like, what?
How was Rock the Mic?
It was good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Who won Rock the Mic?
It was called, I think, Dysfunctional Athletes, or I don't know what the name of the podcast was.
I saw the guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably get them on.
Yeah.
Say congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if we can get a hold of them, we'll get them on and say congrats.
Yeah. Good for him.
We're gonna have them on our platform from now on.
Yeah,
that's
good.
great.
Yeah, so we'll give him a bump. I don't know what kind of bump we give anybody, but whatever. If he wants if you know how to get a hold of him, Abigail, let's do it. Let's get him on and congratulate him. That's nice. Good for him. It was good. I mean, how many did they have up there?
They had 4 contestants, and then there was Spencer and Tyler that won the Rock the Mic. They were all really good.
They were all really good?
4
Yeah, they
groups,
knew
you
their
mean? You say 4 contestants, 4 groups?
Yeah,
like
4
with
groups.
2 guys apiece?
2 guys, and then one had a single, just him.
Just by himself?
Mhm.
Oh.
That's hard to win a one-man podcast.
Yeah, he was second place, though, so he was really good.
Good?
It was good?
Yeah, he knew
good
his
for
stuff.
him. Good for him. All right, 7:59, ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
Great job, Abigail. It's not easy to answer
it's not
phones
easy.
and
That's a tough segment.
cue them up.
For a producer, but she handled it flying colors. Nicely done. Better than Dell. Way better than Dell does it.
Substantially better.
And nice job by the listeners this week. Nice job. We appreciate you, as always. Time to talk about Aqueduct Plumbing. I appreciate Billy. I used Drano, and it's not really working, so I think I'm going to have to call Billy. That I got more of a problem on my bathroom sink. A lot of hair in there, I think. It's just, I think I did it, Billy. I apologize, but here's the deal.
That's what Linville does. Now you got too much.
Yeah.
They got too much hair.
I got way too much hair now. I know, right? So here's the deal is I'm going to need Billy, if you've got any issues whatsoever with drainage, if you've got water pressure problems, chances are you haven't cleaned out your water tank. And you know what? There's a lot of resin built up, so it can't get through. That water can't get through your water tank, and you're having water pressure issues. If you're having any pipe issues, if you're backing up or you turn on the pipes and go boom boom boom, nope, that's bad. There's a lot of bad things out there as far as your pipes go. Call Billy.
Call Billy for not just the pipe buildup, things like that, but if you are tired of your hot water running out, get a tankless water heater. If you have a tankless water heater, make sure he cleans it out for you. That's supposed to be done once a year. It's supposed to be done once a year to keep the sediment out of your system. And then finally, if you are worried that you have a leak somewhere under your slab, have them come out and take a hydrostatic test. It takes just a few minutes, and you'll have that peace of mind of knowing either, yes, you have a leak, you got to get it fixed, or no, everything's actually fine. It's aqueductplumbingcompany.com. That's aqueductplumbingcompany.com.
I'm reading a thread here on why Italians are healthier. Eat all those carbs and are not obese. And real Italians in Italy. And one of the things they do is they're always outside in the sun getting their vitamin D.
Not fake Italians?
Not fake Italians. Vitamin D. You see what happens when you get a lot of vitamin D? You stay healthy. Vitamin D does a lot of stuff. And they eat natural, like pizza crust. It's natural. There's flour, and as opposed to all the crap that we put in ours. Yeah, but we put a lot of crap and preservatives in our stuff.
Well, it's bleached and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
Although I think
we don't do that. We don't do it.
No,
plus, we eat a lot of fresh
uses,
vegetables.
Italy
a
uses
lot
that.
of fresh vegetables, Lance.
As opposed
Local,
to what?
fresh vegetables.
As opposed to what?
As opposed to all the
canned vegetables.
And oh, by the way, all the insecticides that we put on our vegetables.
They don't do that in Italy?
No, we're natural.
No, they do say, like, it's not just Italy. In Europe, you can go over, although they do talk about Italy a lot. I'm thinking bread and pasta. How are we?
And they're not fat.
It's gluten. Like it's not, well, you think all the Italians are looking svelte over there?
Yeah.
No, that's not
actually, you go to Italy and there's very little obesity.
Well, there's also a lot more walking around. There's not sitting down.
And you're outside. You're in the sun.
There's not as much work.
Yes. Well, what do you mean there's not as much work?
They don't work in offices.
Yeah, right.
Sit in chairs.
No, right. They don't do that.
They're tending goats.
Yeah, or
right, they're goat herding and
or
gardens,
they have a restaurant with cafe, outside cafe. Very nice.
That's not hard work, really. But
what
is the work they're doing?
Okay, that's not hard work.
Sitting at a restaurant, or working?
Yeah, working at a restaurant.
Yeah, that is. If you're a waiter, you're running around all the time. You get steps in.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying that Italians are healthier. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's leave it there. One sentence. That's all I gave you. 713-780-3776 is the number if you'd like to get in here with us on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. You are more than welcome to do that. Our Astros, we haven't talked about them since the first segment, split with the Orioles. Basically, they lost 3 out of the 34 innings they played this weekend. They lost 3 of the 34 innings. Otherwise, they kicked the Orioles' ass. And the pitching was fantastic, other than the blow-up by Abreu, the 3-run homer that Kikuchi gave up, and the Taylor Scott 3-run double by Jackson Holiday. Otherwise, the Astros were great this weekend. Should have swept. I think they should have swept. They shouldn't have lost any of those games, or at least taken 3 out of 4. But they didn't. They split. They're fine. Still, you're going to catch everybody. Oh, well, Seattle now. 4. Who cares, Seattle? Nobody cares about Seattle. No one. We're not worried about Seattle. Seattle is non-existent in our lives, okay? We're worried about catching Cleveland and the Yankees. That's what we're worried about. And right now, the Astros are 70 and 60, 5 full games behind Cleveland, which they play 3 at the end of the year at Cleveland. So that's going to be that take care of that business. Actually, I think it'll be over. The Astros will just have to win 1 game to catch Cleveland. Now, the Yankees, that's a little bit different. That's 3.5, 5.5 back, 5.5 behind the Yankees, who are playing some good baseball. The split really hurt the Orioles this weekend. They're game and a half behind the Yankees.
The year Aaron Judge is having right now, are you familiar with the year he's having?
Yeah.
It's Triple Crown year?
Yeah. He is a 1-6 right now to win the Triple Crown because he's behind Bobby Witt in average.
Yeah.
Bobby Witt's got the average.
He's hitting .333 with 51 homers and 122 RBIs with an OPS of 1,200. He's at Barry Bonds numbers right now. These are Barry Bonds numbers. Do we talk about him enough? He had 62 home runs just 2 years ago. Last year, 37, but he only played 106 games.
He does hit. Now, that stadium is really, really, those are some cheap home runs. Now.
Right field.
Right field is a bad.
But he's a right-hander, though.
But he hits
I
it that way.
doubt there's a ton. I doubt there's a ton of those are down the right field line as a right-hander with power. I would doubt that. And my guess is he's probably not. I mean, are you suggesting Aaron Judge, the guy who just hits pop-out home runs, just barely gets it over the park?
No, but it's a little on. And people will say, so are the Crawford boxes. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Crawford boxes are a little bit unfair sometimes. Those pop-ups that are 315 feet that are home runs. Those are outs in a lot of other places. But there is the factor that home runs to right field, and I'm going to see how many he hits to right field in Yankee Stadium because those are cheapies. Those are cheapies.
I don't think you're going to find a whole lot. I mean, he's 6'7", 250 pounds. I don't think he's a guy who's getting cheap home runs very often. His splits, home and away, he's got 26 homers home and 25 away, John. He's at 25 homers away. He's got an 1139 OPS away. That's pretty good. Hits slugs over 700 away. So I don't really think that a shallow right field has anything to do with what we're watching right here. This guy's a freak show. He's physically a freak. He's got 5 tools, and he's now at 51 home runs. He's on pace to end up over 60 home runs. He's got 129 games last year. He had 37 home runs in 106 games. Had he been healthy, we're probably looking at close to 50 again. I mean, just an incredible run. It is interesting that this is only the 3rd season ever he's had 100 RBIs. It's only 3 times, but his RBI count right now, he had 131 RBIs in 2022. He has 122 right now, and he's only played in 129 games. Like this RBI count is going to go way, way higher for him.
Yeah. No, he's a great player. In 2022, actually, they did a study on his slugging percentage was better on the road than it was at Yankee Stadium, and he did not hit a lot of cheapies. I don't know what it is this year, but I think. Well, don't we hold it against Colorado hitters? Don't we hold? I mean,
yeah, but this doesn't have anything to do with altitude.
No, not altitude.
That has something to do with home runs all over the place. You're talking about a specific area where it's cheap, and he's a right-hander. It's very unlikely he hits it there. And then,
most he does hit it there, though. He does.
But they're not cheapies. But they're not cheapies. They'd be home runs in every other park. My guess is his home runs would be.
Yeah, there's probably.
You're acting like he's hitting cheap home runs. His home runs are split.
It's a short porch. You don't. You're just saying off the top of your head. You don't have any idea how many cheap home runs he's hit. Nor do you.
No, and you're running with that whole thesis.
All I said is the ballpark might be playing a role.
But what do you really think, though? Do you think he hits home runs that wouldn't be homers in other parks? What do you think? Based on watching him play, I don't think it's a factor at all. I'd be shocked if he has a bunch of cheap home runs.
I don't know how many cheap home runs
He has 25 homers on the road, 26.
All I'm saying is
at home.
that bandbox in right field sucks. Okay.
Yeah, but for a left-hander, I would totally agree with you. For a right-hander, I think it's unlikely that he's hitting a bunch over there. Not with his. I mean, he's more of. Although he can hit to all parks, all sides of it, and it would be smart. Lance Berkman used to just pop up home runs because he knew. And we talk about his. We don't. And all we do is brag on his OPS. We don't say that. Oh, Lance Berkman got a. We don't use it against him. With having the cheap home runs. We just talk about how high his OPS is.
Yeah, I don't know how many Crawford box homers he had.
He had a lot, and he was smart because he said he could basically aim it there. He could just hit those fly balls because he knew he was smart. He used it. Then when he had the home run contest here, he turned around right-handed because he wanted to take advantage of Crawford box. Remember that?
Yep.
Where he hit right-handed because he's like, I'm aiming towards Crawford boxes.
Against Miguel Tejada.
Did he?
It was against Tejada. They was in the finals. Right?
Is that who it was?
In the All-Star game, yeah. But Tejada beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably because he was on the Mitchell report.
Well, that's right. That's exactly why. And Lance Berkman wasn't. We know that. Not with that body. There's no chance he was doing steroids. All right.
No.
That's and we continue to tell him that.
He knows.
He absolutely does. Yeah, I would never do that. What are you, crazy?
Look at me. I don't do steroids.
Your shenanigans again.
Lance Berkman would never want to do steroids.
No, I don't think
he goes. I don't care enough.
I
think he said that, didn't he? Didn't he say, I don't care enough to do steroids?
Yeah. 812 ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Anyway, you start the series tonight against the Philadelphia Phillies, who are bombing it right now, taking care of business with home runs right now. And you got a pretty good pitching matchups. The Astros have been really, really good. You got Blanco going tonight. Blanco is facing tonight. You got Zach Wheeler, who's really, really good. Verlander against Nola, who's really good. And Arrighetti against Christopher Sanchez, who is, he's all right. He is right now 9-9 on the season, but he's got a 3.51 ERA, so he's not bad. Christopher Sanchez, that might be the toughest game because you never know how the Astros are going to hit against whomever. They usually hit really good pitchers well, and then against the other guys.
So all of our hitters going to be in the lineup who should be?
Well, it looks like Jordan's back, but Kyle Tucker's not coming back. Although Dana Brown did say on the MLB Central, he did say that first week of September for Kyle Tucker. It looks like the first week of September.
Okay. So he was out beginning, early June, right?
Yeah. And it looks like,
we're talking about it's close to 14 weeks. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man.
Good 3 months that he's not around. That's not good. But getting Kyle Tucker back is like getting an all-star acquisition.
By the way, getting back to Aaron Judge for a second. So tremendous power and all that. Postseason hitting. 2017, 27 strikeouts and 48 at-bats. OPS of 816, but once he faced the Astros, it was a problem. 2018, he only played 5 games, hit 421, 1,447 OPS, but he only played 5 games. Then 9 games. OPS was 743, 11 strikeouts, and 34 at-bats. And I have to look at how he did against the Astros. 2020, hit 133 with an OPS of 662. 10 strikeouts and 30 at-bats. Last year, only played in 1 game, obviously, so it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, the year before. And then in 2021. In 2022, because the Yankees didn't make it in 2023. Or did they make it last year? And they didn't make it last year. No. 2022, he hit 139. This was the Astros World Series year. Hit 139 with an OPS of 490. He had 15 strikeouts and 36 at-bats. As a postseason hitter, he's got a 772 OPS with a 211 batting average and 66 strikeouts and 171 at-bats. Less than 1 every 3. this is the Bagwell type stuff, although his numbers are better than Jeff's, but it's the problem with being great in a regular season. But if you're a Yankee fan, which we're not, and we don't deal with post, we're on to the next round in the World Series or the ALCS once we beat the Yankees here. But if you're a Yankee fan, you know what our talks are going to be about? If we were doing a Yankee show, we'd be talking about, another great job. And until he rids himself of the postseason demons, that's got to be the talk there.
It's the talk with Kershaw. It's the talk. It should be the talk with Judge. It's the talk with Lamar Jackson.
It's been the talk a little bit with Justin Verlander at times.
It was. He couldn't win in the World Series. He won in the playoffs. He just didn't win in the World Series and finally got over that hump. But no, it's real. If you can't be that much below what is his average? 211? 211.
That's like 100. It's like 80 points lower than his career average.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't be a different player in the postseason.
Nope.
Because Bagwell and Biggio caught it here, and we loved them in the regular season. They're Hall of Famers, but they're still, there's a gap between Bagwell, Biggio, and what the current Astros, what this run have done. Just nothing but clutch plays and, great historical moments and iconic moments in the postseason, which we didn't have with those guys. And then you look at, Aaron Judge, and it's the same thing with Aaron Judge. Man, incredible regular seasons, but you look at his postseasons. If you're a Yankee fan, they've got to be so down on him once the postseason hits because he strikes out a ton.
Yep. All right, we got to break it. It's 817 ESPN 97.5 and 92.5 713-780-3776. You got to talk about your air conditioning.
Got to talk about my friends over at Haverford Air, Vanderford Air, not Haverford, Vanderford Air. You go to 281-557-COOL is the phone number. Easy to remember, 281-557-COOL. But Vanderford Air, what their entire job is when you have an air conditioning issue in this terrible heat, they want to get you as quickly as possible. It's same-day service, 24-hour service, where they get out there, they diagnose the problem, and then they get it fixed for you. You do not want to live in this temperature with, and you're sitting there, you're looking for friends that you can stay with or family members, or you're out in your car trying to cool down. It gets really, really hot. It gets dangerous. Make sure that you got an air conditioning company you can trust. I used a different company 5 years ago and got totally gouged in an emergency system. They don't charge you extra for emergencies. They don't charge. It's the same rates. They get out there quickly. They find out, and they've got very fair pricing, including for your AC, new AC systems, where they'll change out all the lines. Everything starts fresh with fresh new lines. They'll make sure that you're getting the amount of cool air you need. If not, they can cut additional vents into a room. If you need to find more cool air, they can do, for people like me who had new AC systems, they can do whole home dehumidifiers, which really dehumidifies the air, which makes it feel cooler in your home. 281-557-COOL.
You are listening to Houston's longest running sports radio morning show from the Veritex Community Bank Studios. Here's John and Lance.
Welcome back here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. At 8:30, we're going to be giving away tickets to the game this weekend, right, Abigail? Is that what we're giving away, tickets?
Yep.
So,
Or to the UH game.
pardon me?
To the UH game.
To the U of H game, correct. We're going to be giving those away in about 10 minutes right here on ESPN 97.5 at the end of the segment. Remember, Houston Restaurant Weeks, okay? Our featured restaurant of the week is the Best Stop, Katy. The Best Stop Supermarket has expanded to Katy. No more trips to Scott, Louisiana for down-home Cajun-inspired groceries and takeout eats, including boudin and pork rinds. They brought it to you right at I-10, just west of 99. Whether you want some crackling or boudin for your Labor Day road trip or some specialty Cajun, this is good.
If you
This
start
is
on,
really Best Stop is really, really good.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, they got one
Cajun
here, huh?
stuffed pork chops.
Yeah,
In Katy. It's just west of 99 on I-10. It's a little ways out there, but yeah.
well, it depends on
And where you live. Depends
what
on
if
where you
you're
live.
92.5 listening right now.
92.5, this is for you. And Best Stop has you covered with authentic Cajun flavor direct from the boot. And this Wednesday, you can go see Gallant George and the Killer Bees as they broadcast from the Best Stop Katy. How about that? How about that?
Cracklins are.
Oh, my God.
You know who's never
They
had cracklins?
better bring us some back.
You know who's never had cracklins?
Some
Abigail.
boudin.
Abigail's never had cracklins.
She don't know what
There's
cracklin's
no way.
about. You don't know that
You
crackling
know what
like.
crackling is? First of all, you're like already training for a bodybuilding contest, so I don't think cracklins are going to be in the.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I knew you would.
You don't know
What is it?
It's pork rinds. You know what pork rinds are?
Skins.
Skins.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's not healthy.
No, it's exactly
It's
what
good, I heard.
it's exactly what you shouldn't eat if you're in a
No,
bodybuilding
but
contest.
cracklins, don't they? Are cracklins just?
Is it just the meat or just the skin?
No, there's
not
fat.
cracklins,
A
yeah.
lot of fat in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
like fried fat with salt.
Yeah.
And other Cajun
And
seasonings.
great. Abigail. It's for us, not for you.
It is.
There are some things that aren't for you.
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Yeah, you're just
This is not
gatekeeping
for
it.
you. Yeah, we are gatekeeping cracklins. It's really not for you because it's not.
Yeah.
You have a life that you need to live.
They are brat, though.
We're
I'm going
already-
to tell you that.
They are brats.
They are.
I just heard that term for the first time
Me
this
too.
weekend.
I heard it, too.
And he just feels it.
They are brat. Did he use that properly?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I can say yes in a way.
Did he though? I don't know for a fact.
Did you
I don't,
see
I'm-
the guy that was at the Democratic National Convention and he goes, she brat. She is. I said, what do you think about Kamala? She brat.
Listen, so I've got kids who are Gen Z and now the Gen Alpha, which I think they're coming up with a new name because they're realizing they're not going to be alphas. But so my daughter's just in that one. The amount of terminology that is coming out is at a record
No,
pace,
right.
and it spreads quickly because of social media.
There's a story in how today's language is ruining the family structure or it's
No, you
changing the entire language
Oh, no,
because
no.
you're saying so many words that didn't exist.
No, so I read a serious article that said, well, and it's happening so fast you can't keep
Yeah.
up with it, and now now there's so many of them. The kids now, this is actually not even a joke. They're able to communicate where it's only partially, you only partially know. I mean, you find out what the words mean, but it's completely different. I told my son Sebastian yesterday. I said, your great grandpa Zerline used to travel from town to town, and he would be involved in boxing matches. Like he would go to other towns to fight people, like on a train. And he goes, Cap, which that means that's a lie. And I said, no. And I have to just I just know that's Cap. Like it's just,
Yeah, right.
I don't say, why did you say Cap? I know it means it's a lie. I'm like, no, it's no Cap. And so, but I read an article that said in 20 to 30 years, there will be separate language. Like you will see, it will be almost a separate language that younger people are going to start to, this is going to happen faster and faster and faster, where what a group used to know as an entire set of, you would talk like this, you're going to start seeing more and more words that are going to be formed together. Phrases are going to be formed where it will not look the same. It will not sound the same. There will be no, cap. How do you tie cap as lie?
Right.
As a lie? There is no real, just because somebody said that, there is no direct connection. Like, oh, well, cap is lie because a cap, what it means is a cap has this. That's not what it is. There's no connection. You have no idea why it's that.
Right.
So so conversations in I think it was 20 to 30 years, they said you will not, and you'll start seeing books written like this too. You'll start seeing fiction writers start using this because they're at that age where it's more normal. And it's going to be a change that is going to be a permanent change over, like in 100 years.
Yeah, right.
But you all burn to hell anyway, so you don't get to do it.
So let's get this in before do we got to do the giveaway now? You want to do the U of H tickets?
That's Brad.
We can.
Let's do. I'll tell you this. We'll do this. Home opener, new era, Houston Cougar football. Coach Willie Fritz's first game, Cougars head coach. Night of thrilling plays, hard-hitting action, unforgettable moments. Tickets start at just $15. Go to uhcougars.com/tickets or call 713-GO-COUGS right now to get your tickets. Come early, be loud, wear red. Giving away a pair of tickets to caller number 4. Okay, at exactly 8:30. At exactly 8:30, because people are now listening on 97.9, which is behind. It's about 20 seconds behind everybody else, 97.9, the HD2 channel. If you're listening to that, you're hearing us perfectly, but you're about 15 to 20 seconds behind everybody else. So we're going to give you and the YouTube people, everybody a chance to get these tickets. Caller number 4 at 713-780-3776 at exactly 8:30. When your watch hits 8:30, you can call in, and caller number 4 is going to get those tickets. When we come back, Jose Altuve, he's a gem. He is an icon here in this city, and he did something this weekend to prove it once again what a great person he is. Right now, though, we're talking about John Daspit.
John Daspit is making sure that if you are injured in an accident, you have someone that you can turn to who can help you immediately. And that's the thing is, nobody plans on being in an accident. Let's just say you're in a car accident. No one plans on being in that accident. And so when it happens, it's jarring. It's scary. You're not sure what to do next. You got to remember, okay, slow down. Your adrenaline is rushing. You may be injured. You got to make sure you exchange and if you're injured, if it's in a bad wreck, the first thing on your mind is not exchanging, insurance. It's about getting the medical help you need. You could need an ambulance out there, whatever the case may be. Yes, you're going to get the insurance. The police are going to come on the scene. You'll have that. But make sure that you call John Daspit right away at 713-CALL-NOW so that they can start immediately on the case for you. Start recovering all the information that they need, this injury, how that, let's get you, if you're worried about the cost associated with getting the MRI, don't worry, they'll get it taken care of for you and they'll recover it from the insurance company later. The MRIs, the x-rays, the CAT scans, they got to make sure that you are taken care of physically and that your health is the number one consideration, because a lot of times if you don't get after that early on, it could lead to longer lasting physical ailments. So make sure that John Daspit and his team is the first call, because they'll do all those things for you and they will do all the heavy lifting. You don't have to worry about it. You got enough on your plate. If you can't work because of your injury, they'll recover that money for you as well, and they'll get you pain and suffering recoveries that are going to be more than fair, because the other side's trying to squeeze you. John's going to do right by you. John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm, there for you. 713-CALL-NOW or go to daspitlaw.com.
You're listening to Houston's longest running sports radio morning show from the Veritex Community Bank Studios. Here's John and Lance.
All right, so despite the fact, and I think it's easing up a little bit, you don't hear the boos nearly as much as you used to, right? You don't hear Jose Altuve every time Jose Altuve comes up. I mean, it's not nearly as pronounced as it used to be, and the
Well, it depends on where you go.
Well, right, but everywhere
Dodgers,
they were.
Yankees and Dodgers will always
They'll
be.
never end.
They feel like he single-handedly cheated them with his
And it's so funny.
trash cans and buzzers, I guess.
Yeah, and it's so funny. He goes to Yankee Stadium, and he signs all these autographs for these kids.
Couldn't be nicer.
Could not be better.
And guess what? He was probably doing that before all the hubbub, too. He's probably been doing it forever.
So on Friday night, was it Thursday night?
It was Friday night.
It was Friday night. Friday night, he's in the on deck circle.
Yeah, I was talking to my boy Jose Altuve. I couldn't believe I got this great bat.
So
What is this little kid from the 40s?
he's in the on deck circle, and he asks, "Hey, if you hit a home run, can I have your bat?"
Hey Altuve, if you hit a home run, how about you give me a bat?
But this little chubby kid said that,
And
Altuve must have heard him.
They
See, this
did
is
hear
why
him.
you have to yell at players.
it's right. No, well, but
'Cause they may
say
hear
nice
you.
stuff. You got to say nice stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right, not yell at players.
How about you give me that glove?
Just scream that at that guy. You
He's
never
not
know.
a Bowery boy. He's not he's not alfalfa.
Oh, jeez. I thought I was going to get the ball.
Here's the kid.
Throw me your bat, Altuve, you bum.
You can't say
Yeah, you
that.
can't say that. Here's Julia Morales interviewing the kid after he got the bat.
So I was yelling at the dugout when Jose Altuve was on deck. And when he was on deck, I was yelling, if you get a home run, can I have your bat? The second pitch, he hit a home run right to right field. And right after, he called me into the dugout and gave me the bat. He's my idol plus. Now, it was my favorite thing of my life. I was excited. I was crazy.
Could you believe it when he was calling you over?
No, I was shocked.
What does it feel like holding this bat right now?
I'm like shaking right now.
Kid's got a lot of personality.
Now, is he?
See that? You asked nicely.
Now, is Jose Altuve brat, John?
Jose Altuve was
Does that mean he's brat? So it's come from Brat Summer, which is, I don't know. I have to ask Abigail if it's a good.
Is that like girl math?
Well, no. Brat Summer. It's she
Abigail is
Charlie XCX, who she was famously on Fancy. She dropped the hook on Fancy with
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea years ago. Yeah, it's a great hook.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Good song. But I used to use it on Matt Thomas when he was Fancy Matt. We would play "I'm So Fancy" because he was running around with the Rockets, staying at 5-star places when they're as the voice of the Rockets. But so could Jose Altuve be brat? Are you a brat, or is it more like it's not? John used it as that Cracklins were brat.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out.
Aren't they? Because it's indulgent. You're
yeah.
I mean,
is it a person?
It's against the norm.
Is it an action or is it a person?
I mean, I feel like it could be both. Kind of an action and a person. I mean, John put it in a different way than I've ever heard.
Right. I didn't know Cracklins, but for him, I think
it works for him.
Yeah, it works for him. So Jose Altuve, you got the little kid. Was that an Astros fan, by the way? He said
no.
Well, he said that Altuve was his favorite. There's 2 interviews with him. One of them, Julia Morales does a second one, where he says he's my favorite player. Well, is he your favorite now because he gave you the bat? Because as a kid like that, it can turn just like that. My favorite player was Delrick Brown from University of Houston when I was a kid because Delrick Brown gave me some sweatbands. And I even told my mom, I said, now, white kid living in, where was I living at that time when my dad was University of Houston? Pecan Grove. And I told her, when I'm older and I get married and have a kid, my first son's name is going to be Delrick. Now, it didn't happen that way.
They didn't think it was one of your kids would be Sebastian either.
Yeah. Well, Delrick, there were two brothers. I think they may have been twins, Delrick and Elric Brown at University of Houston. But I did have a Drake was my first son, was a Drake, but it was not a Delrick.
After the singer?
No, we were way before the singer ever came up anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I don't
about
know.
the same age.
He might have been a brat kid.
But it was a family name, Drake. But I like the name Drake. But not now, of course. You can't like anything about Drake now.
No,
Not
he
after
changed
Kendrick-
it.
not after
So
Kendrick
now no
ruined
kids are named Drake.
No, not after Kendrick
Right.
ruined him.
Or Adolf.
But no, there's no Adolphs.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
few Barbers. We saw Barbara this weekend with LaShane. There was a Barbara. You don't see a lot of Barbers.
Barbara.
Yeah. But you had but he gave me a sweatband when I was 8 years old. So I'm like, it's on now. I'm Delrick Brown for life.
Well,
I don't
thought
care.
her name was Kelly McCool. Who was Barbara?
You weren't there when
I didn't
LaShane's
see. No.
girl came later?
Her
Yeah.
name was Barbara.
Yeah, her name's Barbara.
Very nice looking girl.
Yeah. So anyway,
Very shocking for LaShane, to tell you the truth.
why are you guys commenting on how everyone looks?
Well, she was a pretty girl.
I know.
Very pretty girl.
So if she
but I was
wasn't-
shocked because
So if
she's
she
with
wasn't-
she's with LaShane.
So if she wasn't, would you say just really unattractive?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I'd say I'll comment when somebody's attractive, but not unattractive.
But as a kid, but getting back to my other point, as a kid, when you're like 8 to that kid's probably like maybe 10, 11,
Yeah.
probably about 10, 9 or 10, something like somebody giving you a bat, they'll be your favorite forever. Somebody throws you a sweatband or
You'll
signs an
never
autograph,
forget that.
they're your favorite. Carl Lewis, well, I was already a Carl Lewis fan, but as a kid, I went to the stadium, watched a track meet, and I got an autograph from Skeets Nehemiah and Carl Lewis and Houston McTier. And so for me, because I used to keep up with track back then, I just thought this is the coolest thing ever. And then I got to meet Carl Lewis. I got his phone number, and I texted him about coming on the show. And he's like, yeah. And then I sent him another text and then another one, and he stopped texting. I realized, I may have Minji lead him.
Maybe you really. He was saying, okay.
He may have got slow because guess what?
Had enough.
He's not sitting next to me on a plane where he can't leave.
No, he was able to leave that combo.
You can exit a text message.
Right. That's right. He was like, this guy ain't Brat. Okay, I'm out.
Stop. You're going to have to stop using this. It's starting to make me cringe. Oh, we got a phone call.
Oh, okay. Oh, Spencer's here.
Yeah, we want to congratulate Spencer.
Spencer, congratulations on your win on Rock the Mic.
Spencer's one of the hosts from Athletically Declined instead of Athletically Inclined. He was one of the winners of the Rock the Mic contest we had at Carbach.
And right now he's in a hurricane.
He's currently in a hurricane, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But a lot of wins. So congratulations, by the way, Spencer.
Hi, thank you so much, John, Lance, and Abigail. Thanks for having me on this morning. Sorry about the audio quality. I am driving into work right now.
No, you're good.
The road.
Well, I thought you wanted. You're going to be a host here. That is your. Are you coming
quit.
here? Are
well,
you on your way here?
He's not a host here. He's the podcast on our platform.
Oh, and do you have a regular job
not
too?
Not yet. Maybe one day. That'd be cool.
What's your job? What's your regular job?
My regular job, I am an onboarding trainer at a local credit union. So, pretty standard 9-to-5 type of vibe,
So how much of that time are you checking? Well, I don't know. I want you to rat yourself out. But how much of that time do you find that you have the opportunity to search around for sports topics?
Yeah, more time than probably my boss would be okay with. So I'm not going to go into that full detail, but yeah, I definitely get the job done.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. What was your specialty? Do you guys have especially on the? Do you talk all Houston sports, national sports? What's your podcast going to really focus on?
Yeah, so athletically declined. We are, like you said, we are not athletically inclined. We don't play the sports. We just sit around and we talk about the sports. And we keep it on a national level, but, obviously a lot of us are Houston guys, so our biases do seep in, and we naturally do tend to talk about our Houston teams, Texans, Rockets, Astros a lot, Cougars. However, we like to give takes about everything because I have opinions about a lot of other cities besides H-Town.
Obviously. So what are you guys talking about like right now on the podcast, and when is your first podcast going to drop on the ESPN platform?
Well, we still have to work out the details for when it's going to drop on ESPN, but I can tell you I have some fantasy football content coming out this week as everyone gets ready for fantasy drafts starting up this week. You know, the preseason's over, so no more fear of players tearing their ACL before you draft. Well, training camp could still happen, or practice could still happen, I suppose. But now is the time. This is the drafting their team, so I'll have some, running back rankings. I have quarterback rankings up there on our site, on our channel right now. So definitely go check that out. But that's really where I'm locked in right now. It's fantasy football.
In your life, where does this rank as far as biggest moments that you've ever had winning Rock the Mic?
Oh man, it's definitely up there. I was, me and Tyler, my partner, we were talking about it, and this is always a lifelong dream for me. I would have been okay if we lost. And shout out 713 Sports, Moon Stamp, and State of the Union podcast. Those guys were all awesome. They all know ball. And I would have been okay if any of those other guys had won, because I checked off a box of a lifelong dream of just talking sports on the radio, and that was really, really, really cool. So then to get the win on top of it, it was just like, this is a surreal feeling, man.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations, Spencer, and to you and your podcast. People can check you out on your channel. I assume they can just search your channel on YouTube if they want to subscribe right there at Athletically. Is that the way they're going to find you? Athletically Declined is the best way to find you on YouTube?
Yeah, Athletically Declined. We are on YouTube. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch. You name it, we're on there.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Looking forward to having you on the platform here and being able to host that. And congrats on participating and winning the battle to coming out on top over there at Carbach.
Yeah, thanks, man. And, hey, before I go, I hear y'all talking about Brat Summer.
I
think Abigail might be able to teach y'all a little TikTok dance that's going viral for Brat Summer.
Oh, yeah?
Abigail,
is that right?
Abigail, you're on Twitch right now. We want to see the TikTok dance.
Uh-oh, she's putting headphones on.
Well, thank you, Spencer. You're so sweet. No, I don't dance.
Were you doing the TikTok dance at the Rock the Mic party?
Yeah, that's how I got the views.
That's how you got the views?
Rock the Mic.
Are you dancing? You used to be a gymnast.
Yeah, that's definitely different from dancing.
It's different, but you could do backflips or something like that.
Yeah, I could put it in a TikTok, I feel like.
Your backflips?
Do you know the dance? Spencer said that we need to ask you about this.
I don't know the dance, but I will look it up.
Okay.
Wait, okay.
By the end of the show, she'll do it here on the stream.
Oh, okay.
I like it. Spencer's already embarrassing the producer. I love that.
I do too.
He's got a future in this game.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. Trust me, it's a John Granado School of Radio.
Just try to embarrass as many people as possible.
Immediately make them uncomfortable.
That's the best way to go about this. Thank you, Spencer. Congratulations, man. Good stuff. Congratulations on your win, and best of luck on our platform. All right. Hopefully you get a ton of listens. Time for you, my friend, to talk about another brat, Craig DeSurf.
Craig DeSurf is, and it's a brat summer going on in Angleton. Okay. That's where I think this all originated, was out in Angleton. And I think that maybe where Charlie XCX is from, Angleton. I don't know that for a fact, but could be. If you head out to Angleton, you can go looking you might find her at Gulf Coast Chevy, Buick GMC. You can go to landzcars.com is the website to check out all the great offers they have. They have some fantastic finance rates going on pickup trucks right now, and that's important because for some people, they like to finance. It used to be 4 years was standard. Then it went to 5 years. And now more and more people are doing the 6-year financing. And 6-year financing, if you get that, you want to have a great finance rate, because if not, it will just wreck you. And so they have some great finance rates for qualified buyers at Gulf Coast Chevy, Buick, GMC, especially if you're someone who wants to keep your truck for a long time. Then that makes a lot of sense to lower the rates. Lower the prices per month on and have good rates as well. You're going to find great vehicles. You're going to get the exteriors and the interior colors that you're looking for. But most importantly, your trade-in value is going to help you lower the rates. They hit the lowest price possible early on. There's really not a lot of negotiating because they don't want to take advantage of anybody. They want you to have a great car buying experience. They want you to tell everyone else about it. That's the best advertising, is word of mouth, and the only way you get that is for people to be happy with your service. And of course, selection and price help as well, and it's all at Angleton. Camelot in the cornfields is what they're calling it, and it is certainly a great place to go get a car. Out in Angleton, about 42 minutes from downtown. Go to lantzcars.com.
You're listening to Houston's longest running sports radio morning show from the Veritex Community Bank Studios. Here's John and Lance.
All right, 849 on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. 713-780-3776 is the number to come in and hang out with us here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
Viewership is up. It must be viewership's up today.
Dell's not here.
Is he really that despised by people other than just us?
No, I think everybody despises Dell. Yeah. But Abigail, do your TikTok dance, and we'll get the numbers way up there.
You're funny. I'll do it maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow. You got to learn it first today, right?
Yeah, I said maybe.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
You're gonna have to.
All right, Abigail's gonna do the TikTok dance tomorrow, so you gotta.
She's producing all week, done a great job so far.
Right.
And we'll see if she can continue to do that. You can watch this show on our stream. You can go to Twitter and go find that. It will. A lot of people watch it that way. I tweeted it out today, so you can go to my. We've had 1,420 viewers through X, which is a lot. Anytime I tweet it out, we'll get a bunch of them. We don't know how many stick around, but high numbers across all platforms. So basically, they love what we're talking about today. So they want to see what you're wearing, what I'm wearing.
I got my Chastain shirt on today.
I've got my Marauders, which is
what is
Tribe Called
Abigail
Quest,
wearing today?
I don't think they care about Abigail as much as just us.
They don't care about mine. Only about y'all's.
The people are watching because they want to see our show.
I noticed you went very conservative today with your outfit.
No, she dresses like that all the time up here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, long sleeves, don't show the arms.
That's right.
Don't show the arms.
Smart.
Well, you got some guns though.
No,
you're in a
but
bodybuilding
she doesn't
contest.
want all this
Pat
attention
McAfee.
like you're.
You're not
You
McAfee?
don't want all this attention.
No.
Okay, you
Not
want to
guns
start
out.
drinking like him? Okay, dude can drink.
So when is your contest? You're gonna be in a body. I still don't see, you don't feel like you're all hulked out like a bodybuilder.
No, so this season I'll bulk, and then in January I'll start my prep. So that's when I'll start cutting, and my bodybuilding show will be in the summer, so next summer.
Oh,
yeah,
and
so I have time.
it's not bulk. It's definition, right?
It's like eating a lot and lifting heavier, and then whenever you cut, you cut the calories down, basically.
No, I know that, but I mean, is it? Do you? You don't have
she's
to
looking
be,
to be a bodybuilder.
I know, but you want to be, but you got to get bulked up, or is it definition?
Definition and bulked up.
And bulk.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be
I'm
careful.
not gonna get on stuff.
No,
Lance.
Yeah. Be careful with that.
What's wrong, Dad?
Well,
what are you dadding out on her for?
Well, because
be
they
careful,
do take
Abigail.
Because if you want to compete at the highest level,
he doesn't want you looking like a She-Hulk.
No.
Big head.
I won't.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
that too.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to lose all your feminism.
No, not at all.
Right,
Here we go.
Right.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Right now, Del would go. Why are you telling her how to? I can already hear Del telling you stuff that you shouldn't have said that. I can hear Del
Why?
saying
No.
that. I don't know, but I feel like Del would have jumped in right there and said, "Hold on."
Well, first of all, they take a lot of stuff that maybe they shouldn't
She's
be
not
taking.
going to.
That's what I said.
No.
Now
Natural.
you already loaded up on energy drinks. That's a gateway.
No, it's a way to not be on stuff. So I'll just drink energy drinks in substitution.
And so you don't want to eat then?
No, in substitution for steroids.
What are you eating? Then what are you going to eat then to bulk up? How many times a day are you going to eat? 5 times?
Chicken and rice.
That's it?
Yeah.
Boring.
Is that really it?
Wow.
I mean, do you remember
any sauce on? You going to put anything on it?
Well, yeah, like sugar-free stuff though.
Well, yeah, because you have barbecue sauce is no good.
They have sugar-free barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, that's true. They have tribal, I think, is one.
We
It's
worked
keto.
with a bodybuilder at Channel 51, a guy, every day, a baked potato with nothing on it and chicken, skinless chicken.
Yeah.
It's
a boring existence.
So,
they have sweet potatoes too, is another one that they'll have. But I used to go to 1-to-1 fitness with I got in the best shape of my life after my divorce. But I was with Herschel Johnson and all these guys there, like a ton of bodybuilders work out there. I mean, they're massive. They're huge. And I got these fitness meals, like you can order them, and but they make their own, and all they have is like green beans, rice, and chicken or beef, ground beef. And it's not, they don't even eat for pleasure. They got them in their little to-go containers. They microwave them. They might put a little bit of mustard on it, mix it up, and then
That's all
it's just fuel.
It's just fuel.
It's fuel.
Fuel. That's all.
That's
might as well
it.
be
And
putting
they gotta
gasoline.
wait. They can't
like
wait
putting
to get
gasoline in your car.
Yeah, like, okay, in 4 hours I got to eat again. So you're just going to have a bunch of chicken and rice and I'm guessing birrias also, some beef and cheese on
Beef, cheese. Nuh-uh. Not cheese as much.
Not cheese.
Well, what about tortillas? Are we going tortillas?
No.
Maybe like
You
the
can
corn
have some
tortillas.
carbs.
Yeah, some carbs, but like the last 2 weeks of prep, like you're like carbless. Like you don't eat any carbs.
And,
all meat.
And waterless?
No.
24 hours before.
Yeah.
waterless.
Yeah. No, you don't want any. You
when
want,
you're
you want to
cutting.
be as,
Yeah,
John
when you're
knows.
cutting.
John knows.
Yeah.
You don't want any water. That's how, what's his name did when
All
he.
the fighters have to do that.
Yeah. When he was doing the role for Les Mis, he
To get real skinny.
but at the beginning when he was when he was a prisoner, he said he didn't drink any water for like weeks.
Well,
He had
remember when you watched The Machinist, didn't you?
probably, I forget.
You would not forget with who played Batman and also American Psycho.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, he's
Yes,
ripped.
yes,
right? He's
yes,
ripped.
yes.
Do you remember the picture of him in The Machinist where he's 100?
Right.
He got down to 152
It
pounds.
was gross. It was.
It's crazy. You see all of his ribs.
Yeah.
Like that is a method actor for you right there.
Yeah.
Who's doing that now? Nobody
Well,
does that kind of stuff now.
in the Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh yeah, Matthew McConaughey
he
did that.
and
it ruined him for like 2 more movies. It took him forever to get back to looking normal.
Really?
Oh yeah, he didn't look normal in Wolf of Wall Street. He was a little off looking. Yeah, Dallas Buyers Club. Holy
that was
crap.
how skinny he got. 857 ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Just be careful, okay, young Abigail?
Please,
Just
Abigail, be careful.
Yeah, out there. All right. You be careful where you're buying a vehicle. I'm careful about it. I'm only going to one place. I'm going to Chastang Ford. I'm going to a place that I trust. I'm going to a place that I know is not going to add on. I know is not going to mark up. I'm going to a place where I know the people everybody has the same goal. I was there just last week, as a matter of fact, and I'm telling you, it just doesn't get any better than the way that they go about it at Chastang Ford. A lot of dealerships are just sell, mark up. That's not enough. You got to get more for that. You got to add on. We got to mark up. We got to do. That's not the way they do it. It's exactly the opposite. It couldn't be more laid back. It couldn't be more. Let's get them into this vehicle at the best price we can possibly do it at. $299 a month for the Bronco Sport right now. 0 down payment options for Explorers and F-150 Lightnings. XLTs, $4,500 we're talking about. I'm telling you, they're going to give you, they're going to find that right vehicle for you. They're going to get it to you at the best price they possibly can, with the best service that they possibly can, with Ford Pass rewards. Complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards for new vehicle purchases and leases. This is happening every day at Chastang Ford. They're the best. I love them. You'll love them too. You'll be back. That's where you will buy your vehicles. When you buy one, you join the Chastang family and you stay in the family. ChastangFord.com on 610 at Homestead, not Hempstead, just 5 minutes from downtown Chastang Ford. All right, welcome back. Our last hour this morning here on the show. 713-780-3776. 713-7. Okay, give me a surprise cut.
For the Texans?
For the Texans.
Is Okudah considered a surprise?
I don't know that he's going to be cut.
All right. Well, that would be one then.
It would be well.
I mean, he doesn't.
It would be
practice with
shocking.
the team anymore.
Like,
why is it going to be shocking?
Would Settle be a surprise? Well, is Settle a chance to be on the pup?
Yeah, I still think Dameon Pierce. I know that everyone's acting like I think they're saying that so that they have some trade value with him. I would not be surprised if Dameon Pierce is not on this team by week 1, and it might be through a trade. But I wouldn't be I just look at the running backs. You just have running backs who can do what he does. The question is, can they play special teams? I don't know if he's good at special teams or not. I know he's returned kicks. He's not a fast guy, so I don't think he has great vertical speed. He's not really a vision guy, so I'm not sure that. I don't. And I love Dameon Pierce, but my gosh, there's just other backs who can run the zone scheme so much better than him.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be a surprise. So that would be a surprise, right?
Would Dameon Pierce being cut be a surprise?
Would it?
Not the way he's played, no.
I don't think so either, but the way that the tech and whoever wrote that article about Okudah making it, they said Dameon Pierce is not in trouble.
Yeah, right.
Right, DJ Bieneme, I think, wrote that.
Yeah.
I think one of those guys will not be on this team when the season starts.
Yeah.
And CJ Henderson, too. I don't know that CJ Henderson makes it either.
Lonnie Johnson Jr.?
I mean, 2 of the 3 are not going to make it, to me.
What
the
about,
numbers just say that. We're running out of numbers.
We're running out of numbers at defensive tackle as well.
Yeah, Heinisch will make it. They could run one more defensive
Well, if Heinisch
tackle.
makes it, is Settle, is Khalil Davis, we know.
No, we're running out
Edwards
of players.
is making it, right?
Last year, once again, I've said this. It's worth bringing up again. So you always look at what the trends are. You know, what are the trends that the team did last year? What did the team do last year? Last year, the team had 4 defensive tackles. They had this is the Chargers. Hold on. Let me bring up the Astros. The Texans. It's the Astros. Okay, last year at this time on October, I'll just go to October 1st. I'm not going to go September 1st. I'm going to go October 1st. Last year on October 1st, 2023, and you can go find archives at ourlads.com and go under NFL draft charts if you're wondering where I was getting this from. They had 5 wide receivers last year to start the season. They had a backup at every position on the offensive line, including 1 extra at center. So you had a total of 11 offensive linemen. Tight ends, you had 3 tight ends. Quarterbacks, you had 3 quarterbacks. Running backs, you had 4 running backs and a fullback. So let's just go through that. 5 wide receivers. Do you think 5 make it or 6 make it this year?
I think there's got to be 6 this year.
So you're going to take so Jimmy. So they'll only have 10 offensive linemen. They're not going to carry the Jimmy Morris, the extra one. So I could see that. 10 offensive linemen and then a 6th wide receiver. Who are your 6? Nico, Tank, Diggs, Mechie.
Mechie's got to make it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who else?
Hutchinson.
Okay.
And Skoranek.
I could see that. Are we leaving out anyone they drafted? No. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. You have Woods is out.
That's a problem. That would be a bit of a surprise if Woods didn't make it. But I think they like Woods. I don't know. Maybe Skoranek doesn't make it.
The whole
maybe
key is,
Skoranek doesn't make it.
The whole key is how much he's going to cost them.
But they love Mechie. The team loves Mechie. All the guys. I've never seen as many guys be as excited about a preseason touchdown as they were for Mechie's.
So this year you saved $3 million by cutting Robert Woods. He will not make the team.
Yeah.
No, I take it back. His cap hit is 9. Yeah. Dead cap is $4 million. Oh, for sure they'll cut him. You save money when you cut him. So you can cut him. So Robert Woods will be gone. They're not going to keep him. So your offensive linemen, we won't guess who they are. There's going to be 10 of them. quarterback. Will they keep 3 quarterbacks? I say yes.
Yeah. Is there a chance that Tim Boyle is one of them?
I don't think so.
Tim Boyle looked pretty
Case
good.
had 2 that he threw right in people's hands the other day.
Yeah. Is there a chance it's not Case and it's Tim Boyle? I think that would be a big surprise if they cut Case.
To me, yeah, that would be a big surprise. It's possible though, because they may want to hang on to a player at a different position. Will they keep? Because last year they were able to keep 3 quarterbacks and 4 running backs, and if they keep 4 running backs, you definitely have a chance to hang on to. Obviously, I think you're going to keep 4 running backs. So Pierce could make it, but I think Agumbawale makes the team. I believe he's a good special teams player too. The question is who's that 4th. Andrew Beck will make it as a fullback. Last year they had 4 defensive tackles. Could this year be the 5 defensive tackles?
Well, because how does
Settle, Heinisch.
Does Danico count against the 53 right now, even though he's suspended?
Oh, I don't know. I got to check that. That's a good question.
I think he might.
Is it 4 games or 6 with him?
He's got 6.
Yikes. No, because he won't count because he's going to be on a suspended list, so it won't count against you. You don't have to count that. So, no, he will not count against you. So, I think it will be Heinisch. I think they'll keep 5, is my guess. Khalil Davis, Heinisch, Settle, and then your 2 starters. Folu and what's his name?
Edwards.
Yeah, Mario Edwards. I think that's probably what you'll see to start the season. Because then you can go with, well, that would mean you have to keep maybe only 2 quarterbacks. So I guess we'll see. They kept 5 to start the season off. They kept 7 linebackers last year, including Neville Hewitt.
Well, he looked good the other day. He might have made the team the other day.
Yeah, he looked really good. Jake Hansen, Corey Littleton is who they had last year. I think they'll keep 6 this year. I don't know that you'll keep 7. Cornerbacks, they only had.
Well, is Christian Harris start on the physically on the pup?
Well, that's what's
on the IL.
That'll be the question. It's just a matter of how many. I'm just getting to how many players start because you don't count against the roster if you're on the pup or suspended list. They had 6 cornerbacks last year to start the season. You had 4 at the standard corner and 2 at the nickel. And then from safeties, they had 4. They had a pretty balanced roster. They didn't go really heavy on anything. So this year it will be interesting to see what they do this year in terms of if they are really heavy at a position. Like, I think Mechie. Oh, do they keep? Yeah, Mechie and Skoranek over Noah Brown, by the way? You said Skoranek. You think he makes it over Noah Brown?
Wow.
Hutchinson,
I don't think Skoranek. Well,
Hutchinson,
I'm gonna take
Brown,
it
and Skoranek. I'm assuming it goes to from 5 to 6. It's not going 7.
No. I think Mechie, probably Noah Brown makes the team. Although, you know what? You got to make some tough. I don't think Skoranek showed enough this preseason. Skoranek probably
he was out
might
for a
be
while
out.
too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they found him for a reason. I think Skoranek will make it. It's a matter of.
Well, he's versatile too.
Yeah, because he can play. That's what I like about him is he can play in the backfield. He can play offset. There's a few things he can do because he can block. Your offensive line, if anything, it's going to be a little light, I think, in terms of the backup. I like how I think Jarrett Patterson's playing well this year in the preseason. Kenyon Green, I didn't see the other day. I did see a little bit of Kendrick Green. I think I saw him in the game, and I saw some Cam Irving. Running back wise, they'll keep 4 again, I believe. We'll see if they keep 3 quarterbacks. Troy Hairston can play fullback for a team in the NFL. I have no doubt about that. I just don't think he'll beat out Andrew Beck. Boy, defensive end's going to be interesting with Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter. You got Dylan Horton won't count. Derek Barnett, Jerry Hughes. I don't think Allie Game makes it. Solomon Byrd was your draft pick. I think he gets cut and put on practice squad. Christian Harris, Jake Hansen, Neville Hewitt, Al-Shair, Henry Tuo'o will make it. And then is it going to be Jamal Hill, the rookie, Tariq Barnes, the rookie or Delshon Phillips or Jacob Phillips. We'll see how many of those guys they keep. But, yeah, Stingley. So Chris Boyd was injured, so I don't think you can give him an injury settlement. So Stingley, Desmond King, Kamari Lassiter, then Okudah, Miles Bryant, C.J. Henderson. You could keep all those guys. Then Mike Ford would be gone. Lonnie Johnson would be gone. I think M.J. Stewart may be gone. Brandon Hill was hurt. Yeah. And Troy Pride actually has played pretty well. Troy Pride might end up making this team over C.J. Henderson, actually.
He had a penalty the other day that hurt him. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, the cornerback position will be very interesting to see. There will be a couple of guys that'll be cut that you're like.
I'm curious if they have anybody that they that they feel like their roster's weak at a position depth wise, and they go pull somebody off the waiver wire and plug them in. If there is that, I think it might be at corner. It could be at corner, and it could be at offensive line. It wouldn't shock me entirely to see them take a look at maybe a guard position on the offensive line, a guard tackle.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be surprising. Okay, how many guys that were not here that were dropped by other guys are going to be picked up by the Houston Texans?
And put on the roster?
Put on the roster.
One max.
One?
Their roster's too good now.
Their roster is better now.
It used to be, I'd be like, man, you got to just take about 6 of these guys. Now it's, I think, 1 at the most. And if you do it, it's probably going to be a position more like offensive line, maybe in the secondary. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't see too many, but it absolutely could happen. 713-780-3776 is the number if you want to get in here on ESPN.
Oh, when we come back, I'll go through my what I turned in for my predictions, and we'll see what you think about that.
All right, your predictions for
the NFL
awards.
season. MVP, Coach of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, all that stuff.
Right now, you're jive talking.
Jive talking?
Jive.
Oh, are you talking about the F1?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, you're talking about the F1. Good. The F1 race is coming. Well, you've got the show run. The show run Houston is coming, and it's a very, very exciting time. I don't know if some of you are really, really already into the F1 racing series now. It's a lot of fun. People are going crazy about it. It's one of the hottest things going in the world right now, and they are coming to Houston. You're going to get to see, if you want to find out more, redbull.com/showrun Houston is going to be awesome because they're bringing a couple of the Red Bull racing team F1 vehicles, and they are going to be racing around in an exhibition in downtown Houston at Discovery Green. This is a great chance for you to go out. No tickets, so it's free. Just come on out, bring the entire family. There's going to be so much to do. It's not an F1 race, but it is going to be a high-octane exhibition that will show off the power of Red Bull's racing teams, and you can see for yourself what it's like to feel the power and the excitement and the intensity and the noise of an F1 vehicle. It's a one-day pop-up showcase that has all the sights and sounds, but you also have a great chance for photo ops. You've got racing simulators. You've got a DJ booth where people can spin records. There's a lot going on for the entire family, so do not miss out. Make sure that you grab food and drinks from your favorite food trucks along the way, and it's all going to take place September 7th at Discovery Green. Do not miss out. For more information, go to redbull.com/showrun Houston. That's redbull.com/showrun Houston.
So it's that time of year again, helping CCA raise money for the fish. FORE, for the fish. You get it? For, like that, for the fish. It's a great tournament. It's a lot of fun. The guys are, they really like to have a good time. 5th annual CCA golf tournament, Monday, October 7th, Wildcat Golf Club. The tournament's packed with prizes, raffle, silent auction, lots of fun. Plus, your entry includes lunch, dinner, and drinks, all proceeds benefiting CCA Texas. Don't wait. Call 713-526-4222. Tell them you want to sign up for the golf tournament. 713-626-4222. They do so much. Especially if you fish, this is something that you have to get behind because the CCA Texas makes sure that our fishing is the best, okay? And they do a lot of work, and you, my friends, are the ones who benefit from all the work that CCA. You're playing golf, okay? And yet you're still giving back to the CCA. So take advantage. If you like to fish, this is something you need to get involved in. You tell them you want to play in the golf tournament, 713-626-4222.
You are listening to Houston's longest-running sports radio morning show. From the Veritex Community Bank Studios, here's John and Lance.
All right, welcome back, 9:18. So your picks for, MVP this year. MVP this year. I'm going Mahomes.
C.J. Stroud.
You're going MVP C.J. Stroud.
I already turned it in.
Okay.
I just think I just had to decide how's the season going to go. And I think.
Is he going to beat the Chiefs?
I don't know. Doesn't have to. The votes are going to already be in.
No. They play the Chiefs in the regular season.
Well, they may, but
No, they do.
Well, no, but they may beat them, but it doesn't really.
Well, I don't know. Head-to-head might mean something in an MVP race.
Yeah, I think the Texans are going to have possibly
and
the best.
It's toward the end of the season. It's Christmas Day,
so it'd be a big voting opportunity.
It'll be yeah.
I just think C.J. Stroud, that offense is going to really be explosive, and if that's the case, and if you win, explosive numbers and wins, I think people will be looking not to vote for Pat Mahomes.
Is that the Christmas Day game? Is that the Christmas? I forget.
I don't know if it's Christmas, but I do think that there is
there will be a reason. Yes, I would like to not vote for Pat Mahomes. I would like to not vote for him. But he didn't win it last year. Lamar did. And he had, he's just fantastic.
I just think C.J. Stroud, I mean, if the Texans win 12 games and win their division, let's just say they're 12-5 and they win their division and C.J. Stroud has 35 touchdowns, 4,500 yards passing, there's no reason he can't be MVP. And he's the third highest. He's third or fourth. He's not a long shot. So I went C.J. Stroud. The favorite is Pat Mahomes. C.J. has better odds than Lamar Jackson. But the favorite is Pat Mahomes, followed by, I want to say it's Josh Allen, which to me, I just don't think they're going to win.
See, that's why. It's Saturday, December 21st. They play Baltimore on Christmas, and the week before they play Kansas City. So you want to talk about a holy crap. They got the bye week, the 14th week. Miami, Kansas City, and Baltimore. They play those three teams in 10 days. 3 games in 10 days.
Ooh, man.
And it's Miami, Kansas City, and Baltimore. Holy crap. That'll decide if CJ is going to be the other rough stretch is Halloween, the Jets, then Detroit, and then Dallas.
My offensive player of the year, typically I looked at it historically. I mean, it's going to be basically MVP goes to quarterback, so either wide receiver or running back. I went Jamar Chase. And I just thought, if Burrow comes back with a vengeance and has a big year, this could be because Chase is at a time frame in his career where these are typically huge breakout years. I mean, not that Jamar Chase has already had big years, but this has a chance to really be a big. I didn't want to just go Christian McCaffrey, and I think injury's bound to get him at some point now because it's been a while since he's gotten hurt. So if that happens, CeeDee Lamb, I don't know what the latest with CeeDee Lamb is, but Jamar just came back into camp. But I put Jamar before he had even made it back into camp practicing. So I've got Jamar Chase as my offensive player of the year. Who would you look at? The favorite is obviously McCaffrey. Some people may say Kamara. I don't see Kamara and the Saints doing enough.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill is a big favorite, actually.
Yeah.
In this.
I
could see Tyreek.
I could see that as well. But he's got to win.
Justin Jefferson, I have a hard time liking Justin Jefferson
not with that quarterback play.
with that quarterback.
No, he's really dropped in fantasy rankings just because of that. He should be the number one guy, and he's not.
No.
And CD's up there as number one guy for a lot of people, and who we'll see what happens with this contract thing. I like your pick. I like Jamar. I think that's a nice pick,
Yeah,
but I think I'd probably go Tyreek if I had to put money on it.
Tyreek's the current favorite. He and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year, I went Micah Parsons. I could have got cute there, and I'm just like, he's going to get a bunch of sacks. I don't think it's crazy to have Will Anderson in that conversation or Hunter. I think one of those two guys ends up with a big sack year. So it wouldn't be crazy to me if one of those guys made some noise. You got TJ Watt, who's always going to be up there as one of the favorites. Nick Bosa will be up there as one of the favorites. I don't know who else, though. So I just went Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year for me. That was an easy plug into Caleb Williams.
I'm going Jaden Daniels.
Okay. He's the second favorite, so that makes some sense. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
The favorite, I think, is Dallas Turner, but it's kind of Latu's up there as well. Trying to remember who the favorite is.
Kamari Lassiter.
Oh, wow. Okay. I went Jared Verse. Kamari Lassiter that'd be a long shot. You'd get paid on Kamari Lassiter. I think he's 16-1, I believe.
If the Texans have a big year and he plays well.
If he gets some interceptions.
5-6 interceptions.
Oh, gives him great chance.
Yeah.
I looked historically, you get a lot of attention if you get 5 interceptions or more. A lot of attention. Sauce won it with only having 3, but he was big name right away. Comeback player of the year. The names are Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow. Hold on. There's some big names.
I'm going to go Rodgers.
I am too. Rodgers is the favorite.
Joe could have a big year, though.
Joe could have a big year. So let's see. Comeback player of the year odds on Fox Sports. Listen to some of these players. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, Anthony Richardson. Won't be Nick Chubb's missing like the first 4 games, so it's not going to be him. Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones. So I'm not touching Daniel Jones. I'm probably not going to. Sam Darnold would have to have a really good year to beat out Aaron Rodgers. But Joe Burrow and Kirk Cousins are both pretty good. I don't think Anthony Richardson, for me, that's throwing away money. But Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, and Aaron Rodgers, those 3 that's an interesting fight.
Yeah.
Battle for those 3 guys.
I'm going Rodgers. I think he's going to have a huge year.
I do too. Coach of the year.
It's not out of the question that D'Amico can win it.
Yep, he didn't win it last year, and I've got Stroud as MVP, so I had to put. That means he's going to have it means Texans are going to have a good year. I put D'Amico Ryans because he didn't win this award last year, which means it's his turn potentially. Now here's interesting. AFC East. I had to make these picks too. East, North, South, and West.
All right.
AFC East.
AFC East. Jets.
I went Jets. North.
AFC North. I'm going Cincy.
I went Bengals. South.
AFC South. I'm going Texans.
Yep, same. West.
AFC West, Kansas City.
Same. 3 wildcard teams.
3 wildcard teams. I'm going to tell you. One of them is going to be a surprise. Okay. I'm going to go. Bills are going to be 1. Ravens are going to be 1, and the Titans are going to be 1.
Wow. Yeah, I had Dolphins, Ravens, Chargers. Interesting.
You left the Bills out.
Yep. I just think Josh is going to have some real problems without a primary receiver.
NFC?
Well, I just think it's a hard division.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard division. NFC East.
NFC East. is going to be the Eagles.
Same. North.
North is going to be the Lions.
Same. South.
South is going to be the Falcons.
Same. West.
West is going to be San Fran.
Same. 3 wild cards.
The 3 wild cards.
We'll have the same 3.
The 3 wild cards are going to be, maybe not. I think the Bears are a chance.
Okay.
I'm going to take Bears as 1.
Okay.
I'm going to take NFC West. Oh, I'm trying to think. Ooh, the Rams are going to be 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to take East, the Cowboys.
Okay, so no Packers.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the Packers. I think the Bears might overtake them. I'm going to take the Bears instead of the Packers.
Okay, so you're leaving Packers out. I went Packers, Cowboys, Rams.
Okay. I went Bears.
Super Bowl, I went Jets over Lions. I went for a little bit of a surprise pick.
Jets over Lions. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Well, you have to predict how you think a season's going to go. And if Aaron Rodgers plays well, you got
he's
a great
got to beat
defense.
Mahomes in the postseason. That's
You have a great defense. I think you have the kind of defense that can cause a lot of problems for teams. And then I think Breece Hall, I know you think he's in for a big season, right? Or wasn't that you that said that? Or was it somebody else? Yeah. And then you have Garrett.
I think he and Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. And then they added somebody, didn't they? Didn't they add somebody offensively over there?
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams. Mike is solid, I guess. He's been hurt a lot, so I don't get that excited about Mike Williams. But he's solid if he can stay healthy. And then you've got Xavier Gibson's okay. Alan Lazard's okay. Malachi Corley, I like him as a rookie. Tight ends, Tyler Conklin is solid. Yeah, they're just okay at running back. Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis. There are some.
Well, Breece.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the backups. But we already mentioned Breece. So, but I do. You do look at this defense and Jermaine Johnson, Quinnen Williams, Javon Kinlaw. It depends on if Hassan Reddick makes it back. Actually, you drafted Will McDonald in the first round last year. Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, Sauce Gardner. These are some real dudes on defense. Not great at one cornerback spot, but yeah. And that's how. Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
I like San Francisco, and I like the Texans.
They got a shot.
They got a shot.
They got a real shot. I don't know if I'm buying.
I think
into
San
the Chiefs
Francisco over the Texans in the Super Bowl.
Wow, wouldn't that be great if we
what?
We get to the World Series this year. We're definitely on pace for. I'd say we're on pace for a Super Bowl, and we're probably on pace for at least Western Conference Finals, if not
NBA
champs. Finals too. Looks like this is Houston's year.
It's all about Houston. That's right.
Yeah. Are we going to are we finally getting to the? We getting to the national title game with
the Cougs?
Basketball.
Oh yeah, in basketball.
Yeah. So we'll have basketball too.
We'll got basketball too.
But we're stretching over from 24 into 25. But yeah, because Super Bowl is a 25 championship. Our baseball championship will be the 24th. Will be 2024.
Yes.
So the Astros will play for a world title and probably win in 2024. But then when we win football, it's going to be in 25.
And then LSU wins the national championship in football. It kind of is.
It's not our team.
A lot of.
It's your wife's team.
Right.
It's not our team.
Right. It's the city's team.
Do I have as much claim since my sister graduated from LSU?
Yeah.
Can I be a full-time LSU guy?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Jump on.
It's I can claim Longhorns.
Grant Nussmeier was that his name? He had no chance. The LSU wins. No chance.
Oh, who they have now?
Yeah, Nussmeier.
No.
Yeah, no.
Is that who they have? Doug Nussmeier or whatever?
Whatever his name is.
Whatever the Nussmeier. They got a Nussmeier?
That's something like that.
No, they're not.
I don't know. No one knows.
That's not their quarterback is not a Nussmeier.
It's something like that. No one knows.
He can't win.
No one has any idea. But has Rice won a national championship yet, Mapes? You won it? No, tell me, who'd you beat to win it all? Who'd Rice beat?
We took down the USC Trojans in the 2027 national championship, 2028.
You've already won a title.
With
28.
Rice?
28. Yep. Took him
That
to the
didn't
top.
even take that long.
No, Hey, I'm a program builder.
Can we?
Lance.
But can we increase the difficulty settings now? Finally,
I'm playing at All American. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm
And
not
you
on.
still
I'm not on a
won?
Heisman, but I'm at
See,
All
this
American.
does make me wonder if maybe the university's eventually going to have to hire a Sean Mapes or something as a. But you need here's the
consultant.
problem. You can be in the real world, Sean. They would put you at like you're not really somebody who should be a head coach. You don't really have those.
No, but he
chops.
could be a general manager of football.
Yeah, but the problem is, you saw with Alonzo Highsmith, did he have any stroke over there?
No.
That's the problem is, if you hire a Sean Mapes, you're going to have to let him run the
go.
program.
Yeah, let him go.
Like if somebody could think outside
Get
the
out
box
of the way.
and hire a you or a 16-year-old kid that's really good at this and hire them into these positions and let them make the move.
It's not just about the hiring; it's about empowering the person that you hire.
Yes,
and
you
that,
gotta, yeah,
that's really what we did at Rice. The entire staff, not just myself, but we really committed to recruiting and really getting in at the ground level of recruiting. That's how we turned it around.
How many
so
5-stars did you pick up?
It was very, very difficult. Very difficult. We needed to make the playoff a couple times before 5-stars really took notice.
They took a shine? They took a shine to the program after a few?
After the title, and it was only like 1 or 2.
Okay. All right. So you won it all with, you know what? You just did it.
I did it for the
ground root. You just, you want to talk about basic lunch pail. Right.
It was, what's our saying over at Rice? Our saying over at Rice, intellectual brutality. That's what we were.
Wait. Hold on.
By the way, his name's Garrett Nussmeier, not Grant.
Hold on.
Or
Is
what
this
you called
what
him,
you're
Doug.
saying that you introduced us, or is this something that they actually say it?
I think I might have lifted it from something Coach Bloomberg has a slogan that's on one of the walls somewhere.
Who has this?
Okay.
Rice. Actual
Rice
Rice.
does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Intellectual brutality?
Yes.
That is incredible.
That's awesome.
I wish I
That's
could
great.
take credit for it, but I'm really just building off the back of all the great work that Mike Bloomberg did and his staff.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Congratulations on your national title. I didn't know you guys had won it.
Yes, thank you.
All
And
right.
I did
Well, you took off of work to do it.
Well, yes, I also did a victory tour year at Rice, and before moving on to a different challenge.
Did they average more than like 4,000 fans a game?
Doesn't matter.
It took a while for them to take notice. It took a while for the finals really had to end before we really were packing it out.
Anybody
Yeah,
out there?
yeah. Midterms are tough,
Yeah.
but late in the season,
Good for
late in the
you.
season we started feeling.
I mean, that ain't easy in front of like 600 people to win national titles.
John, I know how hard it is.
Congratulations. Time to talk right now about HRP. I'm going to go meet my man, Chris, today. As a matter of fact, we're going to watch the game tonight. It's just like, you just get to know these guys. You get to like these guys. And I'm telling you, I mean, just because, I talk about them on the radio. These guys, they hang with, they're really, I'm telling you, it's a great place to work. It's a great place for you to hire, for your business to do as the great things that you want your business to do. Don't be bogged down with the payroll. Don't be bogged down with taxes. Don't be bogged down with HR. When you don't do that, that's not your business. Your business is whatever widgets that is, or your services, whatever it is that you sell to other people. Then you know what? That's what you do. Let HR&P do what they do and bring payroll to your company at the best that they possibly can with proprietary technology that is awesome, that other companies are trying to grab from Mike Holly, and Mike Holly saying, no, I'm going to keep this, and you know what? We're going to kick ass. We're going to continue to kick ass here at HR&P, and they do. And they're growing, and there's no job that is too tough for them. It doesn't matter how many branches you have in other states or whatever the case may be. There's no job that's too tough. So you're looking for a great way for your company to take another step, hrp.net, 281-880-6525 or hrp.net.
You're back in the Veritex Community Bank Studios with John and Lance.
On ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
So, welcome back here. I got to fight my taxes on virtually, but it's at 8:20 in the morning. Or I could just do it during the show. It's probably terrible radio.
Line 2, it's the Texas Radio Hall of Fame would like a word with you.
That would be horrible radio. I'm going to have to change that. Figure that out. Okay, we'll get that done.
Didn't I just I'm not having to, isn't it? I just got my property tax. Wait, I'm not. Why did you push it off?
I asked for a virtual
An extension or something?
No, but they just have gotten. They
Somebody
just got
this
back to me
time again.
They just got back to me. So.
God, I hate property taxes. You know,
The worst.
I was looking at some other houses to if we were ever going to have a house, a property in a different state where it's cooler, and their property taxes. I was looking at Colorado, their property taxes $2,200 a year.
Yeah.
$2,200 a year there. Now, where they'll get you in some of these places, HOA.
Yeah.
In Summit County, where the weather's always in the 70s, it's $1,400 a month.
Plus, they got restrictions on now, especially in Colorado.
You can't do short-term rentals anymore, so it doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
If that's because you can't live, I'm not going to live there. I would just want somebody paying for my mortgage,
Right.
and then I go there for a month, and then
Right.
whenever. If we want to go live there, if we retire or whatever, we could do that. Now it's for
Why
what?
would you want to go there? It gets cold
HOA?
there.
Nah, not that cold. I mean, it does.
In the winter,
relatively
it gets
speaking.
cold.
Yeah, but who cares? I'll live here.
Cold weather idiots.
I'll live here.
No, this is the best place to be. Right here. Right here. Cold weather idiots like cold weather. Blanco against Wheeler tonight. Under over 8 runs.
Stat Fox. I'm going to go to the Stat Fox. I'd say probably under.
You like under 8?
Uh-huh.
Well,
we're not exactly raking up the.
Well, we've been hitting a little bit lately.
A little bit
Yeah.
later. We've had some later. We went from 3, stayed at 3 for a long time. The game before we were at 2. I mean, I know we ended up at 6.
Yeah, let's see. I just made that number up.
What, the 8? It's probably
8.
close. It's
7.
probably 8.5.
It is under over 8.
Yeah, it was. I figured
Yeah.
it was the real one.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
No, it's under over 8. So the Astros are plus 135. The Zach Wheeler is minus 159. Which side do you like on that one? I'm going
Say
to
it
take the
again?
plus 135. I'm going to take the Astros in this one.
Yes, I like the Astros in this one too. We
Uh,
kind of own them, don't we?
The Phillies, yeah, we kind of beat them in the World
I mean,
Series, I think.
Once you beat somebody in a World Series, you pretty much own them
Yeah.
in perpetuity.
Astros over 2.5 runs is minus 190.
Wait, over 2.5 runs?
Over 2.5 runs.
Yeah, I like Astros over 2.5 runs. Is that some kind of the
Under
over-under's 8?
under 2.5 is plus 136. Yeah.
Wait, 2.5?
Yeah.
How are we
Over
doing
3.5 is minus 105. That's even money.
3.5 is the real number.
Is the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're giving you a second.
They're giving
like
you
a little teaser number. that
Over
you can
2.5
play.
is minus 190. It's almost 2 to 1.
I think that's the play.
Yeah, the real number is 3.5.
I think that's play, but you are going to have some kind of minor league lineups, so be ready for that.
They hit Zach Wheeler okay. Yeah, but that was not the same team they're putting on the field. Was DeCenzo on the World Series team, or Whitcomb, or Ben Gamble
on ours?
Yeah,
No.
Were they?
No.
Was
We were-
John Singleton?
No. John Singleton was playing in Mexico then, I think. I
John
don't even think he was back. Well, no, because he came back. Actually, he may have been with the Brewers, maybe the Brewers minor league system at that time.
John Singleton may have cost himself a start at first base for a while, not charging that ball.
Defensively, you think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Who's going to start there?
Well, Yiner can start there. Caratini can start there. Has started there. DeCenzo can play there.
They can, but will they?
Yeah.
They seem to like.
Dubon can play there.
They seem to like the threat of Singleton's power.
No, he hasn't been playing all that much.
No, but for some reason, but he's in. I mean, he still plays.
Oh,
I wouldn't even play him hardly at all.
What's he played twice in the last week?
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I mean, Caratini got a starter first.
Well, that
Yiner.
was surprising to me. Yiner, I'd play it first a lot.
Yeah,
I want the law firm of Caratini and Diaz playing all the time.
Yeah, I don't
care how you play them. I'd rather have Caratini defensively. I would rather. Yeah, I want those guys playing all the time.
I think Yiner's been great defensively,
especially with the young guys that you're having to play right now. I'd rather have the best bats I can find in the lineup. Oh, Gammel's had some big hits for you. You know, it's funny. You always mention this, but here these guys are, popping up in the RBI in the RBI charts. DeCenzo and Gamble and Whitcomb. They're like, they come up here and they're not big names. They may never be big players, but when they come up, they do stuff.
Yeah. No. We got the worst minor league system in the history of baseball, and it seems like it doesn't matter who we call up, they're coming up here and they're contributing. And they're playing well at the major league level.
Well, so he gets in typically. Well, so he started the 20th and the 24th. He pinch hit on the 21st, and he pitch hit on the 19th, and he started on the 17th. He's playing more than I'd like.
One thing we didn't mention. Did you watch any of that Florida Little League World Series game?
I did. I didn't see the end, though.
You didn't see the end?
No, I didn't see him come back.
It was great. Man, oh, man. You want to talk about Texas is in. Texas possibly wins. Bernie possibly wins the title, if not for Florida coming up with all those tying the game in the last inning and winning. I mean, holy crap. You want to talk about a clutch team. This Florida team was unbelievable. First time Florida's ever won the Little League World Series crown. And they came back in the bottom with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie it, and then a bunt wins it in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
And they start with a runner on second base, just like the big leagues do.
I saw that they're doing that now.
And they were able to hold them off twice without scoring a run. This kid came in and pitched. He was so sick he couldn't play the day before. He didn't play against Texas because he was so sick. And he came in and threw 3 2/3 and won the game for him.
God, can you imagine how great that would be?
Oh, my God. You'll never forget that for the rest of your life. And neither will the kid from Chinese Taipei that threw the ball in the right field with no first baseman there on the bunt.
I was on 2 Little League All-Star teams, and we were overmatched in both of them. We were 0-2, but in 2 different years. But it's a lot of fun when you get together with guys from other teams that are in your Little League, and most of them from school. At least we did growing up. And so that's pretty. You forget that a lot of these. Remember, these are all-stars. This team, they've been rivals, and then they get together and they're playing. But to play at that kind of level, man, that is crazy. To win against. It used to be Chinese Taipei. You would not beat them. I mean, the international battles have been tough.
How many
we've won a lot more recently.
We've won 6 straight now.
Yeah, it's 6 straight.
The U.S. has won 6 straight. Yeah, how about that?
Makes sense. We invented baseball.
We did. This is the home of baseball.
You know what else we do? We get all of our kids now have hitting coaches and pitching coaches. And
right.
They have. They've got speed trackers.
And I'm sure
pitch trackers. The technology that's available in Little League now is crazy.
But it's what you got to have is pitching because, with the 85 pitch limit that you can only throw 85 pitches in a week, you got to have four or five kids that can throw strikes.
Yeah.
And they did. Lakeland did. Congratulations to them. I was rooting for Texas, though, but we didn't get there. Time to talk about MyBookie, mybookie.ag, promo code BET975. We were just doing the numbers. I'm on it right now. You got to go to it to find out where your Astros, where you can make money on your Astros tonight. You know where you can make money? Over 3.5 runs against Zach Wheeler. What? Do it. But not only there, Lance gave all of his preseason awards. What do you want to bet on? Okay, go to mybookie.ag and get all the odds, all the college football. College football is here this weekend. The last weekend was obviously week 0, and you had a couple of games that you could have made some money on. If you love Georgia Tech against Florida State, get you some, okay? But this week is the regular slate. This week it's on, baby, and you can get all your bets down at mybookie.ag, promo code bet975. You love the game of football. You want to enjoy the game. You want to bet. You want to win. You want to play. You'll love to have a little something on it. All you need to do is go to mybookie.ag, promo code bet975. Get the bonus for signing up. So you get a bonus just for signing up when you put in promo code bet975, and let's go. Football season is here. You can still bet on all your baseball, everything that you can still bet on everything. But football is here. That's what we love to bet on. Mybookie.ag, promo code bet975. Wow. A Texas man kidnapped a rideshare driver and forced him to drive 1,000 miles to Miami. Oh, my God. A Florida man was booked into jail for the 75th time following a Lowe's barcode scam. Okay, at what point do we think maybe this guy shouldn't be out in society? I don't know. 74th time, 75th now. After 74, you got to figure this guy, he's just a lifelong criminal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At what point do we say?
At what point is it fool me once, shame on you, fool me 74 times, shame on me? You got to kind of try to figure out, I don't think this is going to be changed behavior.
Do you know what the term, do you guys have any idea what the term abrosexual means?
Okay, I actually have never heard of that, but I'm guessing it's something sexual.
Abrosexual. So
maybe it's abrosexual.
How's it spelled? Just A-B-R-O?
A-B-R-O? A bro? No. An abrosexual is a person whose sexuality changes over time. A person may be attracted to different genders at different times of their life to have varying levels of sexual attraction. So
seasonal sexual.
You can switch back hetero,
What'd you say,
homosexual,
seasonal?
bisexual.
I said seasonal sexual.
It's like,
seasonal.
whatever sexual. I'll do whatever.
Right?
Right?
sir?
Often gender fluid is what abrosexual is. You guys didn't know that.
Wow, thanks.
What about brat sexual?
No, don't start the brat.
Don't, yeah.
No?
That's not
Not
gonna
it.
work.
Not it.
It's not it. A UP man, Uttar Pradesh, Fined for driving a car without his helmet.
A car without his helmet.
He's fighting it. He's like, "Hey, I got a text that says I got a fine for not wearing my helmet. I was in a car."
So
do you feel like people should be?
No, you shouldn't have to wear your helmets. Although some people have behavior that warrants helmets.
Yeah, it's safety. It's kind of like a motorcycle.
Yeah,
yeah.
But if you had that behavior, yeah.
Abigail,
have you ever ridden on a motorcycle?
I actually haven't. I'm kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you ever, John?
Oh yeah, I had a motorcycle.
You had one?
Yeah, I had one. Yeah, absolutely.
And what was that
in
like?
Colorado? It was cool. It was great.
In Colorado?
Yeah.
When did you live in Colorado?
I spent a summer in Colorado right after high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
How
was there
come
for
we've
3
never
months.
heard of this? Were you kicked? Is this?
I
when you
was a
got kicked out of
garbage man.
Chicago?
I was a garbage man.
You didn't have a snowmobile?
You were a garbage
I was
man,
a garbage man.
in Colorado?
In Boulder, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How come this has never made it on the show?
I don't know.
We knew about
I know how to tell you everything.
Did you know that John, when he was a hooligan, did you know he was here? These things have. Okay, instead of news of the weird, things that you may or may not. Do you think John was ever in a gang?
He gives me gang energy.
Yeah, he wasn't a gang.
Really?
It wasn't a gang. It was just
oh, he's Italian. It was a social club.
Oh,
I forgot he's Italian.
was not
They
a
call
gang.
them social clubs.
Was the animals. We were
They're
just a
called
bunch
the
of guys.
animals.
okay, it is a gang.
Did he have a friend who shot himself in the leg?
No.
Mel Murphy didn't shoot himself in the leg?
Stephen Smith shot Mel Murphy in the leg.
Oh, so one
In the
guy
crawl-
shot another
yeah.
guy? Was it an accident?
And remember he said, "Who just shot me?"
Was it an accident?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
was
so
an
it's-
accident.
Yeah.
so it's
Stephen
not a gang
Smith didn't
then.
mean to
No, Stephen Smith didn't.
shoot
mean-
the great
Stephen
Mel Murphy.
Smith was in like 7th grade at the time.
Did John have a company that was incorporated?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it was Odd Jobs Incorporated, where they would do
was just
work
not
on
real.
people's houses around
Oh
the
my
neighborhood, and it
gosh.
was terrible work.
Yeah.
Terrible.
We ripped
And now
everybody off.
You were a trash man
I was a garbage man.
in
Yeah.
Something
Colorado.
In Colorado. Yeah.
Never did anyone know this.
Yep.
With a motorcycle.
With a motorcycle. I had a motorcycle.
With a motorcycle.
Not a
yeah, it was
snowmobile.
so cool. I was dangerous too. I shouldn't have been riding in those foothills with that motorcycle. That's for
Oh,
sure.
man.
The Karnataka High Court has stayed the investigation into a case against a man for allegedly preventing his wife from eating French fries. He was accused of cruelty for denying his wife French fries. Should you be accused of cruelty for denying your wife French fries?
I see.
I don't know. It depends on the person.
Wait,
he gets to deny her what she eats?
No, if he wants it, is he going to eat it?
Oh, wait. Was it denying her?
He denied her.
That she can't
can't
get his.
eat French fries.
His
Okay.
French fries or French fries, period?
That she was not given to eat French fries at a given time. Therefore,
So it's not like off his plate. See, Abigail, he's
Yeah.
just saying, she's saying, like, yeah.
no, you can't eat French fries anymore.
In general, like just period.
Yeah.
Sam
Done.
would say that to her husband.
She alleged that her husband had not allowed her to eat French fries, rice, and meat shortly after the birth of their child.
Oh, okay. You didn't have that part.
Yeah.
He was gatekeeping
Needed
that
to-
part.
Hey, but it's no, and it. Okay, she might have put on a few.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
gosh,
where
not
Dell
with the
would-
weight again.
This is where Dell would have had a problem with you.
Okay. No, well, and he said no. You can, and now she said it was cruelty.
Look at what the chat's saying. Bleeping garbage, man. 27 years of listening, and we've never heard of this yet? It's amazing.
Missouri
Just found out.
Missouri parents charged after infant only fed goat milk, sausages, and Mountain Dew. What should you be charged as a parent if you only feed your child goat milk, sausages, and Mountain Dew?
Goat milk, sausages.
Why Mountain Dew? What?
I don't. Well, that's
Yeah,
all we
I know.
had. Here we go. Okay, an 8-week-old infant they're giving Mountain Dew to. Yeah, they should
That's
be
not
charged.
great. Yeah,
they
that's
should
not
be
great.
charged. There's
For
no
sure.
question.
Stunt the
you're-
growth, too.
No,
Why
that is.
not?
You're terrible. You're terrible people. Don't. You know what? Don't have kids if that's what you're going to do to them. We are done. How was your first day by yourself?
It was good. I felt more comfortable.
You did?
Without Dell behind watching me.
Well, you did. Because
Yeah.
Dell's creepy though too.
Yeah. He's
That's
like
why.
impending doom
Yeah, Dell's creepy.
hovering over your
Yeah,
shoulder.
so that I could see why you'd feel more comfortable without Dell.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. He's in solitary confinement right now, so
All
he'll be
right.
out.
All right, you tell us if he ever gives you a back rub, right?
Hey, you know it.
Okay, we'll do it.
Don't
okay.
worry. Dell's has got a strictly anti-touch rule.
He does. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Dell in that case.
Either direction.
No. All right. We are done. Y'all have a great day. Who's next? Is it Greenberg?
Yes.
Mike Greenberg next right here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, everybody.